Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective. Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor. Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
I am on the spiritual radar. I walk with spiritual covering. I cannot be moved. I cannot be shaken. I move with heavenly frequencies. I am on the spiritual radar. I walk with spiritual covering. I cannot be moved. I cannot be shaken. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. We say hallelujah. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. Amen, amen.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. Citi 97.3. Accra.
August 7, 2026, Friday morning, 31 after 6. Good morning to you. Welcome to 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda. Starting your day with this beautiful song from Prince Ajuman Prempe. It's simply Psalm 91. That's what it's called. That's how you'll find it online as well. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my strength, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the foulest snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. A beautiful part of this is whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High. And that's what I want to stay on and remind you to dwell. Too many people are distracted, trying so many things, failing to be under guidance and mentorship. It's important to focus and learn than to spread yourself thin and end up with nothing. Business Sense is for you this morning. You will enjoy the refuge. You will enjoy the fortress. You will enjoy the protection when you learn to dwell. Business Sense is brought to you by ABSA. Going green is not just about saving the planet. It can save you real money. So install solar panels, cut down your power costs, get an electric vehicle, reduce what you spend getting around. Switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or business. The best part is ABSA Bank can help you finance all of it. ABSA Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. So walk into any ABSA branch, ask about the ABSA Green Finance Loan today, and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply. ABSA Bank reminds you to shine your eye to avoid being scammed. Your story matters, ABSA. We'll bring you the news reviews shortly. Regis Sky, Francisca Kakafosen, both here. The news review is brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Your salary deserves better, so switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. Learn more 0800 003355. Fidelity Bank GH is our social. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. And let me welcome lady and gentlemen into the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Novila Kefanama.
Charlie.
Good morning. It appears we are twinning.
Yeah, twinning.
Where did we both sleep? Did we have a conversation about what we will look like today?
We had it in the other room.
Good morning, Caleb.
Yeah, it's good morning.
Good morning.
To the studio.
Charlie, by the way, you spoke like that.
Charlie,
the way you knot the tie, close to, the Albert knot. You are getting there. You're getting there. You are getting there.
No, but something's worrying me.
Yes.
This one is blah blah go. No, but I know they have increased the fuel, but have they also said that when you buy the fuel, it won't last long?
They move.
TikTok now, they want to finish.
No, okay, forgive me. But the president said they have reduced the things more.
I'm not seeing the difference.
By 2 Ghana cedis.
No.
Oh, that means that we have to investigate.
Actually, that you start the challenge or everything finish.
Are you having the same experience?
I haven't.
No.
Let me answer. I'll start with a Chronicle newspaper, guys, and front page stories.
And then you say, fill my time. How much? You won't look on the board. You say how much? You collect this card.
Yes,
you are a big woman.
You're a big woman.
On the front page of the Chronicle, newspaper, police bust $6.928 million cocaine haul in Tema, Dutch national, and 2 Ghanaians held. Also, Kumasi hosts Apostle Sappho's Thanksgiving service tomorrow.
Right.
And let's build a shanty region for Baumia's victory. That's according to John Kwame Dodu. Also, Customs Commissioner tours Western Region border posts.
Let me take you to the Daily Guide. Big story says Democracy Under Attack demo. MPP storms Jubilee House, presents petition under protest. Also on the front page this morning, Mahama urges recognition of public servants. Some other stories on the front page this morning. NDC sets December 19 for national executive elections.
Yes, and just before I depart from the Chronicle, on the back page, they've also got the demo story. MPP allies petition Mahama over alleged threats to democracy. And I move to the news center that also has that story on the front page. Crowds rally against state tyranny abuse. Petition condemns selective justice, intimidation, political persecution, attack on free speech, etc. Other stories on the news center's front page. MTN doubles Heroes of Change prize money to 1.8 million Ghana cedis. Details on page 6. Ghana's gold economy tests strength of financial system. That's according to the IMF. And President Mahama says no more forgotten lessons from tragedy. And 93% of youth fear armed groups may enter Ghana.
Let me take you to the Informer this morning. 22 billion Ghana cedi loss. Gold board crashing Ghana's economy. This is the IMF sounding the alarm, according to the newspaper. The photographs of the finance minister, Toforsen, and that of the chief executive of the gold board is here, Sami Jemfi. Also on the front page this morning, stop diluting constitutional reforms. Government tool comes with a photograph of Professor Bafo Ajiman-Dia. Also this morning, BEC result crisis deepens as GNAPS hunts evidence nationwide, and some other stories make the front page.
So the Inquisitor newspaper front page stories: a year after tragic helicopter crash, victims remembered, and it comes with a picture of President Mahama and the Vice President, as well as the Chief of Staff, and the pictures of the 8 whose unfortunate departure happened last year. Other stories: stop press, massive chop at local government institute. Also, Napo speaks at 2026 Buzia Institute's lecture in UK on Sunday, and Ofosu Ampofo's father joins ancestors tomorrow.
Let me take you to the Daily Gist. I'll join NDC presidential race as Siedu Nketia drops hint on 2028 ambition. His photograph is here and he's in suit, Charlie. He's in suit and he's wearing gankui, telling us that, Charlie, he go fit do that thing. Also on the front page this morning, MPP soaks Accra with democracy under attack. Demo slams Mahama over third term agenda. And then something here that says lawyers boycott CJ legal vacation trials. The details in the newspaper.
I'll take you to the Insight newspaper, and they're reporting on the front page. August 6 helicopter tragedy. Mahama assures families of government and state support. Also, Angela List seeks injunction to halt alleged defamatory Galamsey Queen publications. And Cuban embassy celebrates Pan-African TV at 10. Also, the ruins of neoliberalism and militarism in Asia. President Mahama speaking there, I believe. Details on page 9. And GMTF partners MDS Lancet, Quest Medical Imaging to expand quality diagnostics healthcare.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Point. We'll stand with you, Mahama commemorates August 6 crash victims. Vows lessons will not be forgotten. Also on the front page this morning, stop Galamsey to truly honor helicopter crash victims. Sami Oku is telling the government. And WAEC rejects claims of marking down private school candidates in BEC results.
Okay, I have a paper called The Free Press.
Yeah, The Free Press used to be there,
Okay.
Proper journalism, no.
Yeah,
they were there. But now
it's been such a long, and they're back.
Yeah, they have been reversed.
Oh, wow. I see. So The Free Press is what I have, and they have a tagline: the matter of Ghana's press freedom since 1979. Okay, so the front page stories here. Eco currency to be launched in July 2024. Also, Kantanka Automobile releases new brand of vehicles, promoting African-Caribbean partnership with Jamaica. Details on page 4. 215 million deal through UK-Ghana growth partnership. And those are the stories on the front page of the Free Press.
Okay, I have the e-copy of the Herald newspaper. We don't have the hard copy this morning, or it's just coming. Okay, yes, coming in. So let me do that quickly. The Herald says Ex-Tema oil refinery boss convicted of bribery and money laundering in U.S. Ghanaian ministers, MPs, others to be named as he faces 30 years in prison. There are photographs here on the front page this morning. Also, MPP demonstrators call female presidential staffer. Oh, I don't think, Larry, no, don't do that. And then something here that says that Omane Buama immortalized at Defense Ministry 1 year after helicopter crash. A number of other stories on the front.
Just quickly from the Ghanaian Times that also just came in. 1 year after helicopter tragedy, nation remembers fallen heroes. And as well, inflation drops further to 4.6% in July. 2 Nigerians sentenced to 20 years for human trafficking. GARCC enforces 50-meter waterway buffer rule. This is part of flood prevention measures, and MPP hits streets over democracy under attack claims.
My last newspaper is the Punch Africa, saying this morning that fare thee well, fallen heroes. Also on the front page, Atufosen to floor Baumia by 22%. Global Info Analytics apparently making a poll to that effect. And then something here that says MPP's defense of Untumi exposes criminal culture. Tony Edu is asserting. That's quite a sweeping claim.
Okay, so let me take you online now. A couple of stories. Kolebu struggling to cope with rising emergency cases. This is accident and emergency head speaking. And other stories here. And the NPP demo, we must correct Ghana's democracy. This is Attah speaking. And nobody will read it. No one will read it. Monday dismisses NPP's demo petition. Who is he to disrespect me? Nanaya Jantua to petition Backbin over Apanyo Markin's comments. Name Ghana's plastics law after Murtala Mohammed. EPA urges government. His kind is hard, is difficult to find. Mahama honors Omane Buama. And as you know, a cenotaph was unveiled in his honor. I'm talking about Omane Buama here. Freight forwarders seek extension of mandatory items regulation deadline. Pension benefits increase as SNET pays 7.6 billion Ghana cedis to retirees in 2025. Now, sad story. 2 dead, 7 injured in Mankasim, Accra highway crash. Get fund cuts out for 18 million Ghana cedi new boys dormitory for Achimota School. If you go to channel1newsonline.com, don't tamper with health workers postings. This is Sector Minister Akando, Kwabena Mintah Akando warning officials. And NADMO is cautioning farmers as Bagri Dam spillage risks destroying crops. And there is some cocaine in the headlines. 866 cocaine parcels seized in Tema. Had street value of $6.9 million according to the police. And then also only 17% of Ghanaians are aware of AFCFTA despite hosting its headquarters. That's the Afrobarometer here. Stop Galamsey to truly honor helicopter crash victims. Samia Uku tells government. If you go to the High Street Journal this morning, regulatory bottlenecks threaten Ghana's 24-hour economy drive. Ilapi wants 87 pesos of every cedi in Ghana's inflation now comes from domestic cost. This is the Ghana Standards Authority. Suspecting an online investment is a scam, cybersecurity experts say pause before you invest. If you go to BBC this morning, 6 dead after Thai teen allegedly shoots grandparents and school teachers. And Meta fined $567 million in largest child safety ruling against social media. Where do you want to start from, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, there's this, story on the front page of the Herald newspaper. I've been monitoring what's been happening in the U.S. and the Herald has come out with the very latest on the matter. And they say ex-Tema oil refinery boss convicted of bribery and money laundering in the U.S. And what makes this particular story one we should watch out for is the fact that apparently during the proceedings, there were claims that a number of Ghanaian officials, government and possibly lawmakers may have received bribes from the the companies involved in order to facilitate a few things here and there. The issue, though, is that these people were not named. So the Herald says a former managing director, Asante Kweku Beko, in this case of Tor, who holds a dual citizenship of the United States and Ghana, was yesterday, August 6, 2026, convicted by a U.S. federal jury in Brooklyn on all counts of an indictment charging conspiracy to violate the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, violating the FCPA, and money laundering conspiracy for paying bribes to Ghanaian government officials in connection with the development of a power plant in Ghana. Now, the verdict followed a 9-day trial before United States District Court Judge Diane Gujarati. When sentenced, Beko, 52, faces up to 30 years in prison. Now, Beko, a former student of Achimota School in Ghana, why are you bringing Achimota School into this matter, was ordered remanded pending sentencing. Now, the Herald's information is that the Federal Bureau of Investigation traced large sums of money into his bank account at Zenith Bank here in Ghana. Beko's bank account in Ghana was frozen on the orders of the FBI. It goes on to say that Beko, born and bred in Kumasi, was born and bred in Kumasi and was described as smart. Okay. He's said to be the only one of his 82-year-old mother. Now, he goes on to provide further details, but the very troubling aspects of the story have to do with the claims that were made without providing further details in the courts as to substantiate alleged payments that were made to Ghanaian officials. And, you know, when these things happen, we get attacked all over the place internationally. So I think that the OSP has got to be asking some questions regarding this matter, and let's see what eventually comes out of it, because it cannot be that people like that at that height paid so much money and they are just labeling our name internationally without providing specific details so that we can ascertain the truth or otherwise of the claims made in the U.S. court.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'll take you to the Ghanaian Times newspapers and bring you two crime stories. 2 killed as armed robbers attack Momo vendors at Fiapre. And Daniel Jirasa writes from Sunyani that 2 persons were killed following an armed robbery attack on 2 mobile money vendors at Fiapre near Sunyani in the Bono region. However, 2 of the robbers managed to escape with 40,000 Ghana cedis. The incident occurred around 7 p.m. on Wednesday when 3 armed men wielding AK-47 rifles allegedly opened fire to scare residents before attacking the vendors. In the ensuing confusion, a stray bullet hit an onlooker identified only as Ibrahim, killing him instantly, while one of the suspected robbers was reportedly killed by an angry mob. An eyewitness told the newspaper that the robbers suddenly appeared at the scene and fired several shots, causing residents to run for their lives. And I'll move to the other story. Police seize suspected cocaine worth $6.9 million in Gary sacks. And Ken Afeji from Tema writes that the Tema Regional Police Command has intercepted 866 parcels of substances suspected to be cocaine, concealed in sacks of Gary and allegedly destined for export, with an estimated street value of $6.92 million, and arrested 4 suspects in 2 separate anti-narcotics operations. The operations conducted on Wednesday also resulted in the seizure of 4 sacks of dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp at Chopoli as part of the Ghana Police Service's intensified crackdown on drug trafficking. Briefing journalists in Tema yesterday, the Tema Regional Police Commander, Deputy Commissioner of Police DCOP Eric Asamoah Asiedu, said the first operation followed intelligence that suspects were loading narcotic substances hidden in sacks of Gary into a 40-foot container at a warehouse within the Tema Harbour enclave for export. A police team moved to the warehouse and arrested Gilano Horwin, 31, a Dutch national, John Mensa Saba. You can't disgrace his name like that. I mean, anyway, 41 years, and Alhaji Idris Haruna, 52, who were allegedly supervising the loading of the container onto a DAF truck with registration number WR111810. Sheer coincidence, obviously. According to DCOP Asiedu, a search of the container uncovered the parcels of white powdered substances.
Anyway,
Let me
the great John was actually a keeper of the law.
That has been bestowed on you.
And live accordingly.
And yes, live up to it.
Sometimes
What is your name doing that cocaine?
Can you imagine?
it's allegation. Allegation.
But it still brings disrepute to such a powerful
Public
name.
Very well. But we'll do better. Page 3 of the we are sorry. The Daily Guide says this morning, democracy under attack. MPP storms Jubilee House.
Yeah.
And the story is by Ebenezer K. Amponsa. Says hundreds of supporters of the opposition New Patriotic Party yesterday marched to the Jubilee House and, after a brief standoff over protocol, presented a petition to President John Dramani Mahama under protest, accusing the government of undermining democracy, abusing state power, and selectively administering justice. The protest, dubbed Democracy Under Attack, saw party supporters dressed in red and black march through the principal streets of Accra, chanting party songs and carrying placards with messages including 2 judges, 2 sets of laws in Ghana. Stop the abuse of power. Courts are for justice, not political revenge, and stop criminalizing free speech. Now, the presentation of the petition was briefly delayed after MPP leaders objected to the president's decision to assign a presidential staffer, Nana Yaa-Ajantwa, to receive it for and on his behalf. I think that was completely unnecessary. It is irrelevant which presidential staffer came to receive the message. The point is, will the message get to the president? If the president delegates someone to come and receive the petition, it is as good as the president himself being there. So this whole business of the person should not be there and all of that.
The headline says sending only Nana Yaa-Ajantwa to receive petition was disrespectful. This is Apelio marking.
I think that's
and Nana Yaa also fires back. Who is he to disrespect me? Some of words going on here online, but there is a story here attributed to Same Ewuku that I want to bring to your attention. He says that we need to stop Galamsey to truly honor helicopter crash victims. Same Ewuku tells the government. This is William Na writing on Channel 1 News Online.com, Member of Parliament for Kuapem North. Same Ewuku has criticized the government's handling of the fight against illegal mining, arguing that a stronger commitment to ending Galamsey would have been a fitting tribute to the 8 persons who died in the August 6, 2025 helicopter crash. And he was speaking during the Democracy Under Attack demonstration. We've seen also one of the family members, one of the survivors of one of the departed, also say that the government should truly win the fight against Galamsey to honor the memory of the departed. But President Mahama has described Omane Buama as one who is hard to find and tribute page.
But why did they do the thing for only Omane Buame? Did they do it for the other ministers?
And the others?
Or those?
I am yet to know.
So just to mention from the Chronicle newspaper,
there's some reason for it.
There's an editorial today that is titled "The Best Tribute to Omane and Others is to Win the War Against Galamsey." I think many people have said this time and again. Another opinion by Emmanuel Bright Kwaku says the August 6 tragedy and Ghana's Galamsey fight. Any lessons learned? Makes a good read. This is these two are on page 4. Yes.
The government has that responsibility to end the Galamsey.
Exactly.
It's not just about going to hold, all these ceremonies. We remember you, we cry business. Yes, we should do that. But equally important is what they were seeking to achieve with the policy. However much you disagree with it, they were trying to do something about Galamsey. And a responsible government alive to its constitutional and legal duties, would do good by what they intended to do, not going to hold all these things and then you go back and create the mess we see around. That is hypocrisy.
I agree.
Let me take you to a story about Gold Board. Okay. If you go to the Informer newspaper, page 3 of the paper carries the lead story: 22 billion Ghana cedis in losses. Gold Board crashing Ghana's economy. IMF sounding the alarm. So the International Monetary Fund has raised serious concerns over the financial cost of Ghana's domestic gold purchase operations. Just this, but democracy business. Revealing that losses incurred by the Bank of Ghana through the program was 22 billion Ghana cedis in 2025. Now, the revelation has further exposed questions over the sustainability of the country's gold for reserve strategy and whether the mechanism designed to strengthen Ghana's reserves could instead be placing additional pressure on the central bank's balance sheet and the wider economy. Now, this matter, we need to be looking at this seriously. I know the minority people have sought to get this matter investigated by Parliament, but they've not been able to get anywhere with it. This issue needs further investigation. We should know why all these big losses are being claimed.
Is this different from what the CEO of Gold Board had responded to earlier?
No, that's 200
That's
million.
a different thing.
Yes,
Great.
that's another claim.
Thanks for the clarity. I want to take you to Kolebu in a bit, right? Because we are told it is struggling to cope with rising emergency cases. Isaac Apiakubi writes on citynewsroom.com that Dr. Henry Bulle, head of the Accident and Emergency Department of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, says Ghana's health infrastructure is struggling to keep pace with population growth, leaving major referral hospitals outstretched. So this is across the board. He said the increasing demand for emergency services had placed pressure on existing facilities, equipment, and healthcare workers, affecting the capacity of hospitals to provide timely care. Dr. Bulle made the observation in an interview with Ghana News Agency in Accra, citing the gap between population growth and expansion of healthcare infrastructure as a major challenge facing the healthcare sector. Elsewhere, I read that the sector minister is saying that faith-based organizations can step in and help deliver with the completion of the Agenda 111 project. So
Let me bring you a story from the back page of the Ghanaian Times on flood prevention measures. And Nelly Kwakupom writes that the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, GARCC, has announced measures to enforce the mandatory 50-meter buffer zone along major water bodies in the capital, with all illegal structures within the area set to be demolished. The exercise will begin in the Ayawaso Central Municipal, La Dade Kotopon Municipal, and Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMA under the supervision of GARCC. Greater Accra Regional Minister Ms. Linda Oklu, who disclosed this during a media briefing, said the move formed part of government's efforts to address the recurring flooding situation in the capital. She explained that although drainage improvement projects were ongoing, encroachment on waterways, indiscriminate dumping of waste, and poor sanitation practices continue to undermine efforts to reduce flood risk. She announced the measure during an inspection tour of Galloway, Abublushi, the Koli Lagoon, Ayawaso Central, and La Dade Kotopon on Tuesday.
Before we go, the Daily Gist says, I'll join NDC presidential race, quoting Esiedun Ketia. Daniel Bampo writes on page 3, the lead story. National chairman of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, after refusing to rule out a bid for the party's 2027 presidential primary, declaring that every politician must have ambition and insisting that he will make his intentions known when the time is up. Okay, so
the best.
Hold on. So I think there's so the story they after refusing that they have not been properly proofread. Yeah, so it should have read that National Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, has refused to rule out. Instead of after refusing to rule out.
We're still looking for
I know
one
we're out
that
of time, but in the Free Press newspaper, it's an interesting story. Social media, substance abuse contributing to indiscipline among students, and that's coming from the Deputy Education Minister Clement.
Thank you, Sky and Francisco.
Hey, Andrea. Challenge these days, new level crown. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life.
Hey.
I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I day aside, Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Happy to have Nathalie Neti Ajaho on a Friday morning to serve you with the city business news. Good morning, Nathalie.
Good morning, Caleb, and good morning out there. You're welcome to the Friday edition of the breakfast edition of the City Business News. The bulletin is brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, Valex Lease, and Gold Good Energy. Thanks for your time. Let's get straight into our stories. And only 13% of Africans are aware of the African Continental Free Trade Area, despite growing public support for the free trade across the continent. This according to the latest Afrobarometer African Insights 2026 report. Here's more.
The report highlights a widening disconnect between one of Africa's most ambitious economic integration projects and the citizens it is intended to benefit. Even in Ghana, home to the AfCFTA Secretariat, awareness stands at only 17%. Yet, while knowledge of the agreement remains limited, support for its core objective continues to strengthen. The survey found that 62% of Africans believe governments should make it easier to trade with other countries to create economic opportunities, up from the 51% recorded 5 years ago. Support for free trade is now the majority position in 32 out of the 38 countries surveyed. The findings also show that 66% of Africans want their government to expand trade relationship globally, compared with the 20% who favor prioritizing trade within Africa and 8% who prefer focusing on their sub-region. Researchers say this does not conflict with the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, whose objective is to use stronger intra-African trade as a springboard for greater global competitiveness.
That was a Business Desk report. Now, the Ghana Shippers Authority has begun a nationwide sensitization of shippers on the mandatory registration of shippers on the Integrated Customs Management System in accordance with the Ghana Shippers Authority Act 2024. Officials of the authority, the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority and ICOMS have told the country to explain how the electronic system will ease cargo clearance and support the collection of data for policy formulation and adjustments. Here's the Deputy CEO in charge of Technical Services, Sylvia Asanawu, speaking after the GSA sensitized executives of freight forwarding associations.
We needed to sensitize them because some of the shippers are not aware. And even apart from the shippers, we needed to engage the freight forwarders. As you are aware, per the laws of Ghana, shippers cannot just go and do the clearance. They will have to use the services of the freight forwarders. So it is therefore very important for the freight forwarders to have a good appreciation of what we want to do, so that they can also aid in the process. The needs of these shippers or the challenges of these shippers will differ depending on how small or large a shipper you are. So with this registration, we'll be able to determine who the big shippers are, who the small to medium shippers are. And by so doing, you will be able to tailor the services towards the needs that they have.
That was the Deputy CEO in charge of technical services at the Ghana Shippers Authority, Sylvia Asana Uhu. Now on the interbank market this morning, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 71 pesos, the British pound at 15 cedis 75 pesos, and the euro 13 cedis 49 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, Valex Lease, and Gold Good Energy. I am Netili Neti Achao. Have a good business day.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Your home could be anything you want it to be. It could be a stadium.
It's just 12 yards out. He shoots.
What a strike!
It's a goal.
Or a gaming arena. Yes! Let's go! Sometimes a classroom.
Madam, please, I don't understand.
All right, let's go over it again. Which part don't you understand?
The whole shop.
Or it could be an office.
How many orders are ready? Okay, send them to East Legon first.
Or even a research center.
Daddy, what is the Big Bang Theory?
Wait, let me ask ChatGPT.
You can make your home anything you want it to be because no matter the experience you want at home, MTN Fiber will power it. Get unlimited internet up to 500 megabytes per second from as low as 299 Ghana cedis. Connect your home or business today. Visit the My MTN app or dial *5057# to check fiber availability and request now.
MTN.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. You want to accommodate. Come make I be your bike. Working from 9 to 5. You go like my hand design. I'm scanning the whole area. The code
10 minutes after 7 on a Friday morning. 97.3 Citi FM. This is the City Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kudana. Telenet just came your way. In a bit, we'll bring back to you that conversation Bernard Avle and Samuel Attah-Mensah had with the CEO of Zonda Ghana. Bringing you more information on the upcoming Auto Expo. Look forward to that. If you're looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance, don't look any further. Girl Super XP is of premium quality, gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Girl Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel that takes you further. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Girl Super XP, so filia, huh? Ube feely girl is good energy. Money is hard to come by. Invest your capital in the things that matter. When it comes to printing, just lease. Talk to Valex Lease Equip Limited for multifunctional photocopiers which you can pay as you copy and print or design your own payment plan. Lease the A4, A3 heavy-duty MFP. It has sorter, stapler and finisher. The production machine has sorter, stapler and finisher. When you come to us, you get free toners or cartridges, free repairs, maintenance, follow me printing, centralized monitoring of all staff and nationwide covering. So come to us, you will save more than 60% on cost. ValexLease.com is where to visit online. 0244 644 048. Call us now. We are your affordable document management solution. You know how money really moves in Ghana? It's not only on payday. Sure, it's every single day. We connect people who matter to you. EcoBank I'm talking about. They provide one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So pay bills, transfer funds, and manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial star 770 hash, use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. G&J for total energy solutions. G&J is your go-to. They keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, UPS solutions, so the power never stops. So visit their website gjtechghana.com. G&J, your energy partner. MTN just dropped the prices down and the speeds are up on MTN Fiber for home, and your whole household is about to feel it. Movie nights that don't buffer, school assignments that submit on time, work calls that don't drop, and your side hustle running smooth in the background. 3 unlimited speed tiers. 100 megabits per second going for $299. 300 megabits per second, 444, 500 megabits per second, 999, all per month. So pick what fits your home. No data caps, no slowdowns. MTN Fiber for home, your speed, your home. Your choice only. MTN everywhere you go. I know you're ready to power up your finances and you want to unlock your path to financial freedom. It's a very admirable dream. For that to become a reality, you need to talk to Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution. It's a tailored solution just for you. Talk to Lesheho for the fixed deposit solution. That's where your money works for you. So join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. 0302 208 333. Call us to learn more. Lesheho, let's improve life. If you have dreams of, getting a new car, replacing the old one, or buying your first dream car, we have something coming up that will help you get affordable luxury. Sounds like an oxymoron, but that's correct. Affordable luxury is a possibility. That's happening at the Auto Expo that is coming up shortly. Bernard Avle, Samuel Attah-Mensah sits with the CEO of Zonda Ghana Limited for a conversation, and we're bringing that back to you on today's episode of the City Business Edition. Enjoy it.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait until I get my new car. Please wait until I find my real size. I'm gonna get.
Edition of your favorite segment here on the Friday mornings, the City Business Edition. We dedicate the next half hour to a conversation about a sector or an idea or an issue in the business segment. And today we're focusing on the changing face of the Ghanaian automobile assembly industry as we count down to a big auto fair happening later in the month of August. So my guest is the CEO of Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, Yang, and the MD CEO of Channel 1 Citi FM, Samuel Attah-Mensah, who generally talk about what we'll be doing in the next 13 and 14 days. This show is live, so you can get in touch with your own questions as we count down to this exciting auto fair in association with Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. So I'd like to welcome my guest, Yang. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bernard.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
And I welcome back Samens.
Good morning.
Good to have you. Yang, everybody is asking me to ask you, who is Yang?
Yang is just a very small Chinese woman who is doing business in Ghana.
For how long has she been doing business in Ghana?
Nearly 20. Good morning, Mr. Bernard.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
And I welcome back Samens.
Good morning.
Good to have you. Yang, everybody is asking me to ask you, who is Yang?
Yang is just a very small Chinese woman who is doing business in Ghana.
For how long has she been doing business in Ghana?
Nearly 20 years.
And did you start in the auto sector, or which aspect did you start in? How did you enter the vehicle and auto sector?
Actually, I started from the trucks. I think I came to the studio once to talk about my trucks. Later, I ventured into machinery, the mining equipments, the construction equipments. Then I caught an opportunity and started the auto.
So auto is like the third leg of the industry you're in. So what is the range of things you do at Zonda Tech? What are the offerings of Zonda Tech?
Like in Zonda Tech, everybody know for the trucks, definitely it's a standard truck. We have tipper trucks, trailer heads, and we have machineries like shantui bulldozers. Now all the miners are using our shantui bulldozers and excavators, graders for the road contractors. If you go to every section of the road, then you can see our equipments there. But since 2022, we have started the O2. Our main brand was GWM, and now Cherry also included. GWM actually was the best brand in China. You know, it was number one in China for 17 years. And now you can see Cherry, the export, is number one in the world. So me, if I do, I said Zonda Tech, the best. I only deal with the best brand.
So how has the auto market changed since you started? It seems as if there are lots of brands now. In the past, the auto market was dominated by imported used cars. And it looks like now we are having a lot of newly assembled or freshly imported cars in Ghana. Talk to me about how the automobile market has changed in the past 5 or 6 years since you joined.
Before I started the auto business, I did the market research for around 2 years. I learned that in the market, around 80 to 85% is home-used vehicles. And, you know, when I started my business, I started from scratch. So I also bought home-used vehicles. I bought 2. And within that 1 year, it was really like hell to me. Always, when I was driving, then the fire has stopped. Then it tortured me. So I made this to myself. If I'm capable to do the auto business, I will start a new business. So I went to China. I see GWM, like Chinese. Everybody was using GWM, especially the Avle Jolin. So I asked people around, I said, how is the performance of this vehicle? Everybody say, especially, in the cities, like not in the capital city, in my hometown cities, everybody was using Avle Jolin. So I said, oh, wow. Then why? Now suddenly everybody is using Avle Jolin. They say, oh, this is a magic car. The price is so affordable. And also we have been using for 8 years. There's no problem. Then I said, okay, I want to go to GWM and bring the brand to Ghana. That's the initial intention. I started the GWM and brought to Ghana.
And when you started, what was the market reaction in Ghana to that brand? Because typically in Ghana, people are used to cars made in Japan, cars made in Germany, cars made in the US, and possibly cars made in Korea for the past 50 years. How did the market react to the Chinese brands you brought when you started?
So when I started, for the first 1 year, it didn't move fast, but I didn't give up. So I went to every occasion to market my vehicles. And some of my old customers, like the road contractors, I noticed they need a lot of vehicles. So I said, okay, don't worry. I give you one to test. Within half a year, if you are happy with my vehicle, you pay me. If you're not happy, just return to me. Wow. Then after after they use for some time, they like the vehicle. Then they introduce other people to also patronize from me. And also in 2020, I think in 2023, 2024, there was auto policy. So we got some leverage, and then we assembled the vehicles in Ghana. And thanks to Citi, then you have been promoting assembled in Ghana. So Ghanaians also feel that this is the Ghana brand. They started patronizing the GWM.
So which of your brands do you assemble here and which of them do you import?
So, I represent two brands, GWM and the Cherry. I assemble them all in Ghana.
Wonderful. Let's go to the Chinese policy on vehicles before we come down to our event. As I said, many people do not know, at least when I left university, China wasn't known in Africa for cars.
Yes.
Most of the cars were from other markets. What is it, when did China begin to take the automobile market seriously? Now I'm talking about China back home. When did your country begin to take the automobile market seriously to start promoting the manufacturing of these vehicles?
China took the auto industry seriously 30 years ago. So it went a long way back. I remember even when I was in the university, our government came out with this policy. Toyota and VW, you can come to China to invest. Even our government don't need them to spend money in China. We will give them free land, and then I will give them the whole market. Then the condition was, okay, China government takes some share, and then the investors, they also take some shares. We give them the whole market. The only condition is they send their engineers to China to train our engineers, and we give them 15 years tax-free. Then, we paved the way for 30 years. Before now, it's like everybody says, oh, wow, how come China, your auto industry get prosperous in one day? No, it's not in one day. It's 30 years. China, we were not so good at promoting our image. I really think so, because Chinese, because of the Confucianism, we see a man who likes talking, a woman cannot marry them, as everybody was digging down their head and work. So the outside world, they didn't know China, the industry much. But now Chinese government, we are also changing the strategy. We need to promote the Chinese image and the Chinese, especially high technology, and also the auto industry, this image.
So the Chinese government 30 years ago decided to take the auto market seriously, allowed the foreign brands to come in, and then got your engineers trained, and you started producing brands. When would you say the Chinese began to overtake? Because now when you go to China, you see that a lot of the cars on the streets are your cars. A lot of the brands that people like are your brands. How long did it take you within the 30 years for your vehicles to be taken seriously, for people to start preferring Chinese vehicles to others, even in your own country?
Actually, that was also a long way. Before, when Toyota, when VW was in China, they were dominating the market. I think it was like 10 years ago, our government came out with a new policy because of the energy. China were a country in shortage of oil. So we always have to import oil from other countries. So our government never thought that the auto industry we have is to overtake other markets. First was to satisfy the Chinese markets because of the new energy. We see that Chinese government went to BYD, went to GWM, to Geely, all these factories, and they tell them that, okay, you need to have your own technology, and then the Chinese people can use your products. And like 20 years ago, GWM also came out. The boss, he was so fascinated with the auto. So he said, no, I want to make a vehicle that Chinese are so proud of. That's why he started from a very small factory, and then our government identified him and supported him. Look, now he has all his own technology, and he even have this PHEV hybrid. Everything is GWM's own technology. And the GWM Avle has been dominating the Chinese market for 17 years. It was also because the price is nearly or less than half of the like a Toyota or VWM. That is so affordable and quality is so good.
Amazing. This is the City Business Edition. Today's edition is live actually because we're counting down to the Channel 1 Zonda Tech Auto Sale and Expo, which is happening on the 13th and 14th of August. So I'm speaking to two people. I'm speaking to Yang, who's the CEO of Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, telling us the story of the evolution of the Chinese auto industry and how that relates to what Zonda Tech is doing. Zonda Tech itself being the assembler and seller of two big brands, the GWM, which it describes as the #1 selling brand in China, and the Cherry, which is the #1 exported brand as well. She's also mentioned other brands, but her company deals with two. I also have Samuel Attah-Mensah here, who's, of course, this is a Channel 1 Zonda Tech collaboration. Again, Samuel, I'll start from the general if I come to the specific. When did you begin to take notice of the Chinese vehicles in the Ghana market? Because I think you've been reflecting on that for a few weeks now. Yes,
I think my attention was drawn to the Chinese offerings within the automobile industry when the past government got into this automobile assembly policy. I remember sitting down with the coordinator of the office, and he took me through. In fact, he brought my attention to this Chinese. He says, look, the new dragon in the space is the Chinese vehicles. And so I started paying attention to it. And so this is like 6-7 years ago.
Which is interesting because I remember when this station started, the first group of vehicles we bought included Cherries.
Yeah, they were actually Chinese vehicles, Cherry QQ.
That was 2004. 2004. At the time, it wasn't that popular, and it wasn't that highly rated
at all.
And so this is 22 years ago.
Yes.
To see what Cherry has done and what
we bought them because they were cheap.
Yes.
I mean, they
were small
for the price of one.
Yeah, they were very small.
They were like Chichinga.
And I think at the time there was also BYD that somebody was supplying.
BYD came later, maybe 3-4 years after, and at the time the reseller was Jibrin, the owner of EPP Books. He brought BYD.
So a lot of them used to be parked at Zenith University.
That's correct.
Trade fair. So they were also very small.
Yes, but at the time it wasn't EV.
Yes, at the time they were just normal small cars.
Yeah.
So it's like there's been an explosion in the past few years, and as she's saying, they started 30 years ago, but it became obvious to us maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago.
That's correct. And so that's how we got in. But for us, the main thrust is the fact that they are assembled in Ghana. If you heard Yang story, she talked about the evolution within the making of the auto industry in China. They brought people from outside who invested. They started assembling. They trained Chinese people. Chinese government invested in them, and then the explosion came.
Technology transfer, it takes a lot of time to do this.
So we see the same chain of activities. And so our thinking is that we need to amplify it so that not just Yang's company benefits, Ghana will also benefit.
So this Auto Sale and Expo, what is it and what will be on offer?
The Auto Sale and Expo is one of our event activities that we do, but this time is to create the platform that will give people the experience, first-hand experience, to engage the range of vehicles and offerings that Zonda Tech has. Reason is, you see, you go to an automobile company, they have an offering that suits a restricted segment of the market. But the interesting thing about Zonda Tech is they have a wide range that suits a wider spectrum of people. So you have the very small vehicles, the mid-range salons, you have the high-end salons, you have the mid-range SUVs or the low-range SUVs, mid-range, high-end SUVs, and then you go to the heavy-duty trucks and then earth-moving equipment. So you see, it's a very wide space, and we think that there's something about the fact that using Ghanaian workers, they've been able to push this company from where she referred to where they are now. And so the partnership has just begun for us.
This is a live edition of the City Business Edition as we count down to this very big Auto Sale and Expo event happening at the Zonda Tech showroom on the George Walker Bush Highway. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll go into some specifics. So what are the specific vehicles that you would see on the 13th and 14th of August? So we're talking in the next 2 weeks, 13th and 14th of August. Will you be able to buy, or you just do a discussion? And all of these questions will be answered when we come back. Stay with us. 97.3 Citi FM. So this is a really special edition of the City Business Edition. We're live this morning as we count down to the Channel 1 Zonda Tech Auto Sale and Expo. It's happening on the 13th and 14th of August at the Zonda Tech showroom. So Janya, tell me about Zonda Tech and your showrooms. Where are you in Ghana, by the way? How large is the company? How many employees do you have? Talk me a bit about the company.
Mr. Bernard, actually, we have 13 branches. That is, first I built the 13 branches just to serve the tipper truck. I was selling these trucks, so I need to have service stations everywhere. But for me, myself, I said, Zonda Tech the best. Whatever I do, I want to do the best. So even when I was building the showrooms, I was selling trucks, machineries. I built the standard for the autos. So now easily for me to merge with the autos. So the 13 branches will serve everyone in Ghana.
So you are in which regions?
Different regions, I'm there.
Wonderful. Now, what specific vehicles will people see when they come for the fair on the 13th and 14th of August?
So definitely they will see two main brands, that's GWM and the Cherry. So from the lower range, we have the Cherry Tiggo 2. Cherry Tiggo 2, the price is, around 230,000 cedis. For that one, everybody can afford. And we have the...
Is that the one the boat drivers are using?
Yes,
now?
and it's an SUV.
It's an SUV. What's the engine capacity?
It's only 1.5. It consumes minimum 4.
So that's the Tiggo 2.
That's the Tiggo 2.
Cherry Tiggo 2. Okay, go
Yes, on. And also the GWM, we have the Havajolin. That one is also quite affordable for Ghanaians. And now the highest, the middle series, we have the Cherry Tiggo 7. That one Ghanaians also like so much. And we have the tank series of vehicles, like tank 300, tank 500, tank 700. Actually, I want to strengthen on one point. In China, tank 300 is a magic car. Everybody, when they're traveling, they only use tank 300 because it's 4x4 and it's an off-road car. Like those of my customers who are working, especially in the mining zones, they get my tank 300. They love it so much.
It's an SUV.
It's a SUV 4x4. And, in China, it has been dominating the market also for around 10 years.
So that's the tank 300.
Tank 300. And also the tank 500. Tank 500 is a higher series of vehicles. So like if you are a CEO or a MD of a company, that is the right car for you.
So that's a 7-seater.
The 7-seater, tank 500.
I see.
Yeah, and we have the tank 700, that is a PHEV. We also have a Tiggo 9, that is also PHEV. It is really full of high technology, and I can say for you.
When you say PHEV, you're saying it's a
plug-in and plug-in means you can charge the vehicle. It also has electric motor, and also you can put petrol in the car.
Is that what's called hybrid?
The hybrid.
So when you say a PHEV, it's a hybrid vehicle.
Yes.
So the tank 700 is a PHEV, and the Tiggo 9
also a PHEV.
Amazing. Will you be displaying trucks and other things, or this one is just for the auto?
Oh, yeah. I will also be displaying trucks and machineries. So it's a one-stop shop. When people come to our Zonda branch, any vehicle they want, they can get. We even have an EV like iCar V3, 23, even the newest version, 27, they are all here waiting for customers to patronize.
The main concern Ghanaians have with vehicles is financing. And in this country, we are very cash-based. But I suspect that the financial institutions will be willing and available to help people finance these cars. Are they going to be at the Auto Sale and Expo?
So on that day, you will be seeing around 15 banks there. They are willing to help the customers to patronize, to buy the vehicles. Because you see,
Go ahead.
Yes, because you know the banks, they say now the basic rate has come down. Now Ghanaians can get cheaper loans from the banks. So it's beneficial for both the customers and the banks, and also for Zonda.
So we come on that day, the cars will be on display, and the banks will also be there.
Yeah, the banks, they said that because of Zonda, they will even give a lower interest rate for the customers.
Will there be test drives happening on the day?
Yeah. Customers can test the vehicle, no problem.
Test the vehicle, no problem. I have a couple of comments for you before I bring in this other segment. We're still talking to Yang, who's the CEO of Zonda Tech. And we are discussing the Channel 1 Zonda Tech Auto Sale and Expo happening at the Zonda Tech showroom on the George Wakabush Highway at Jowlu. And the event is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. And so there's a lot of time to walk through, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. You can come in at lunch with your team, come and go through the cars and go back to work. Good morning, Bernard. Yang is well known to us as the tankers owner in Ghana, especially in Ghana. We saw how she started, and now it's a force some of us can't do without. I use a story to motivate myself. We can all learn from her humble beginnings and persistence. This is Jay from Tema. Good morning, Bernard. Please ask Madam Yang about the Sinotrack Bolden pickup. Since the brand's heavy-duty division has built and gained a really good reputation. This is Bright from Tema. Do you know what she's talking about, the Sinotrack Bolden pickup?
And that one I have not brought to Ghana yet. I'm very loyal. For example, now the power pickup is very popular in the market, especially the automatic one. Now, for me, I want to focus on one. Because, if I'm too greedy, I'm on every product, I cannot do good service for people, and I cannot get enough spare parts. Like the one customer said, why when I started the tanker, people quickly fell in love. Because, even when I was pregnant, 8 months, I was under the tanker doing research. I noted down on everything, and I sent back to the factory, let the engineers change for them. So that is passion for the work, and not is only for money.
So it means that the power pickups are also one of the ranges you have.
I only deal with the best. Power pickup in China takes 70% of the China market. So I always focus on one thing. I said, Zonda Tech the best. I only deal with the best product.
Most of the time when I talk to people who import cars and I discuss Chinese cars with them, they say, are you sure that these Chinese brands will have spare parts in the next 4 or 5 years if you buy a made in Ghana or made in China, assembled in Ghana Chinese car? Will you get spare parts? So talk to me.
When I started the Sinotrack, the tipper trucks and the trailer heads, it was so difficult for me the first 3 years because people had this doubt. Look at today. I built 13 branches just to let people understand me and believe me. So the same thing with this auto. Whatever I do, I'm so serious about it. I will stock enough spare parts and I have a good after-sales service for people. And I want to revolutionize the industry. I want the people to enjoy the value for their money.
There's a final comment from a nurse who says, Bernard, I'm a nurse with a salary of 5,000 cedis. Is there a vehicle I can access on loan?
Tigo 2.
Tigo
2. Even, I always want to go to the government, especially if I can meet the finance minister. I want to tell him in Ghana, the teachers, the nurses, the doctors, they need to be able to afford a vehicle because the teacher is the cultivator for the soul. If they don't have a vehicle, every day they're in the church, they already feel so bad. When they get to the classroom, how will they treat your children? So we need to lower down the tax to enable them to afford a vehicle and they will treat your children well. And also a nurse. Today, if someone is in the hospital, a nurse cannot afford a vehicle. When he or she go to work, she's also already fed up. How can she treat the patients well? So kindly, I am assembling vehicles in Ghana. Kindly help Zonda by lower the tax so everyone can afford an assembled vehicle in Ghana.
Somebody here shouting amen.
Yes.
So it looks like the auto industry is something we are very interested in. We started this campaign for the auto assembly industry. Now we are doing the Zonda Tech Channel 1 Auto Fair. I suspect there's more in the pipeline.
We still have more. We still have more coming. I mean, we partner different organizations for the very reason that we are passionate about the Made in Ghana flagship policy and how it will benefit Ghanaians. She used the word revolutionize, and I think that's right on point. How to drastic change in our automobile consumption habits. The hitherto that dependence on used vehicles. Now we buy used vehicles not because we love them, it's because of affordability. So the shift is that with the same money that could have bought you, if you like, a decent used vehicle, the same money can buy you a very decent new vehicle. And that's what we are preaching with the Zonda Tech Channel 1.
Any more information, if somebody wants to contact your company, how can they get in touch with you?
They can, we have our numbers everywhere. We're doing advertisement. They can even go to our TikTok page or our company's web page, and they can go to our different branches. Like we have our head office in Tema, we have our Jolo branch, and Kumasi, Esawam, Kaswa, everywhere, Takrady, Takwa, everywhere. We have our offices there.
Wonderful.
But for the purposes of the Auto Sale and Expo, we have two numbers: 050 177 2222.
Okay.
050-177-2222. That's the first number. The second number is 0205-973-973. So inquiries about this Auto Sale and Expo from Channel 1 and Zonda Tech.
We've been speaking to the MD and CEO of Citi Channel 1, Samuel Attah-Mensah, and of course the CEO of Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, Madam Yang, who are jointly organizing the Auto Sale and Expo on the 13th and 14th of August, discussing the evolution. Chery have become a very, very competitive force in global auto sales. Thanks for listening to today's edition. The City Breakfast Show continues with Caleb Kuda.
I'm gonna give me some love for you. I'll still wait for you. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
My girl, unleashing the power of City Breakfast. This is City 97.3.
Looking for everything made in Ghana, all in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creators, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality, connect with industry leaders and innovators, experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN.
Cover everything will cover. You and all you love. You and all you love. Cover. Everything we cover. You and all you love. Cover. You and everything you love. Holla, cover you. Holla, insurance covers your home, car, business and assets. You and everything you love. I love covers you and everyone you love. I love covers you.
Hollard, we cover you.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is for all. We are not just another bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and managed services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration, and data security.
and cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
And now, introducing the Left Power app.
Request for our services anytime, anywhere. Available on the Play Store, App Store, and on the web.
Ready to power your success? Choose Left Signature Limited.
Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 811.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of Kickoff on the City Breakfast Show. Kickoff is powered by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. We start off with Ghana's Black Queens, and they are through to the quarterfinals of the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations after holding Mali to a 1-1 draw in their final Group D match. The result was enough to send Kim Lasbio-Kegren's side into the knockout stages as runners-up with 4 points behind group winners Cameroon, who finished on 7 points after drawing 1-1 with Cape Verde. The Black Queens will now turn their attention to a quarter-final showdown against tournament debutants Malawi on Sunday, the August 9th. Victory will not only secure a place in the semi-finals, but also guarantee qualification for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil. Let's stay with the side, and match winner, goal scorer Avle Bedu from the game against Mali says qualifying for the quarterfinals was the team's primary objective, and she believes the Black Queens are ready for the challenge ahead.
Yeah, we're really happy, although we wanted to win so badly, but at least we got a point, and it's got us through to the quarterfinals, which is really important for us. So we're really happy and looking forward to the next game. Yeah, we played them before, like you said, but I think football has different ways. We are not going to think the fact or look into the fact that the fact that we scored them. Now it's something different, and we're going in with different approach, and win is just all what we're looking forward for.
Our Black Queens player Avle Bedu. Meanwhile, head coach Kim Lasbio-Kegren has expressed concern over the team's limited recovery time ahead of Sunday's quarterfinal. He believes the 2-day turnaround is not ideal, but insists his players will be ready when they face Malawi.
So it's a problem. Also, the fact if you play in Group D, it's not a favor for you because you have your rest days before the tournament starts, if it makes sense, which is no really help. And now we only have like 2 days, like you said, for recovery, and one of them includes a move to Rabat. And even if the distance is not so big, it takes to move a group of 50 people or whatever we are. It takes a half day. So of course it's not perfect, but in the same time it's nothing we can do about that. We just need to accept it. I think this performance today is going to give the players good energy. We were lucky that what I can see at least that we have no injuries today. I hope Portia is fine.
The voice of Black Queens head coach Kim Lasbio-Kegren to the international scene in football, and here's a roundup of the biggest sports stories from around the world over the last 24 hours.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Jake Catborg at the BBC Sports Centre. Mikel Arteta says that his Arsenal players were fuming after their disappointing 3-1 pre-season defeat by Real Betis. The Premier League champions conceded 3 goals inside the opening 45 minutes in Dublin. Fullback Riccardo Calafiori admits that it's difficult to prepare for the season with many of the club's players involved at the World Cup yet to return to training.
Tricky start of the season because of that. All the big teams are going to have this problem, and of course we're still waiting for them. I hope they're going to be really informed and ready to help us. But yeah, in 10 days we're already playing the final, so we need to be ready.
There has been one outgoing at Arsenal. Everton have completed the signing of Denmark midfielder Christian Nørgaard. The fee is reported $9.4 million. He signed a 2-year contract. Former Newcastle defender Steve Howe has called on new head coach Matthias Jaisler to be adaptable. He was announced as Eddie Howe's successor on Wednesday, but Howe is looking forward to seeing a new style of play at St James's Park.
I hope he does do this high-tempo thing. You need players to be super fit to do that. You just hope you want a manager that's adaptable as well. Not just, I'm kind of stuck in my ways and be like, why? You can surely look at this player, you can change it to this. So, again, I'm just as interested as everybody else to see what happens at the start of the season.
And former Liverpool player Mohamed Salah is expected to complete his move to the Turkish side Trabzonspor on Thursday. The forward left Anfield at the end of last season after 9 years, scoring 257 goals. And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
That was a wrap of sports stories from around the world from our partners BBC Sports, and that's the latest in the world of sport. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kwakofi. The City Breakfast Show with Caleb Kuda continues.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to let's share go. No matter your situation, come to let's share go. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
If I become a millionaire, I will put a huge billboard right next to my ex's house saying, look at me now, I hate it.
As for me, I'm quitting my job in staff. Mr. hate it.
Telecel is making millionaires this season. Not one, not two,
but 3 millionaires.
Each month, one lucky Telecel customer wins 1 million Ghana cedis for the next 3 months in the Telecel Mahetse promo. Plus, you still get to win 20,000 Ghana cedis weekly and 100 Ghana cedis daily. Bundle 10 Ghana cedis, airtime or data. Top up your Telecel cash wallet or your fixed broadband to stand a chance of winning. Visit the Telecel Play app or dial star 500 hash to opt in for free into the Telecel Mahetse promo.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Looking for everything made in Ghana, all in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creators, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality, connect with industry leaders and innovators, experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN.
Live your dream now at Eden Heights. Move into our beautifully finished and ready to move in 3 and 4 bedroom apartment or penthouses thoughtfully designed for modern living today. Enjoy the serenity of a secure gated community with a fully equipped sports complex, landscape surroundings, ample parking, 24-hour security, reliable backup utilities, and convenient access to shopping, entertainment, and everyday essentials. With up to 3 years interest-free payment plans and mortgage financing options available, owning your dream home has never been easier. And here's the good news: pay 50% or more and move in today. Book a viewing now on 0501 531 444 or 445 and on our website at www.edenheights.com.gh. Eden Heights, the heights of modern living.
Tell us how you need that. Enterprise life, Avle boomy uncle. What shall I say and then if you be why you be that? May you know and I like how I am cool brebo. Obisi ni ya breko. Obisi she and conyo. Obisi odinetila. Also
yo come pop up via meshiano or remedy the sick cafiano. Enterprise life wants to share my world. It's to tell us how you want them, tell us how you need them. Insurance to your doorstep, your preference, your advantage. Tell us how you want them.
Enterprise Life, 25 years strong, rooted in love, driven by you, defining the future together.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Are you building your dream home, managing a construction project, running an electrical shop, or looking for a reliable electrical solutions for your business? Look no further than PPA Electricals. As an ISO 9001 and ISO 45001 certified company, we are committed to providing safe, reliable, and genuine electrical products that deliver efficiency. Our products are sourced directly from manufacturers, ensuring that every product you purchase is original, competitively priced, and dependable. From distribution boards, circuit breakers, contactors, changeovers, automatic voltage regulators, cables, drives, UPS systems, solar inverters, motion sensors, smart home components, and much more. PPA Electricals has the right solution for all your electrical needs. We have certified engineers ready on call. From install to support, we cover it all. Shop more, save more. Deals nationwide. Walk into any PPA brand or call us on 050-349-8181. PPA Electricals leads the way.
Before, paying my supplier in Guangzhou be wahala. Forest Bureau, bad rates. Part of your profits just vanishes like that.
Transaction declined. Hotel booking declined. Hey, even a small candle I'm purchasing online. And also,
I'm still counting peso exchange at checkout. Scared to carry cash at night.
Union Pay got you covered. Yes, Union Pay.
Direct payment to China. Demu, no middleman. Profit stays in my business.
Online shopping, subscriptions, travel bookings. No wahala.
Supermarket, fuel, school fees, works every time.
Union Pay, accepted in 183 countries and regions. Works where your life works for traders, dreamers, and everyday Ghanaians alike. Visit your bank today. Ask for your Union Pay card. Union Pay, your way.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Such great words, my God, from Prince Kwabna Budu Asumeni. I'm telling you, Ebenezer Kwesi Ochri Asumeni. Complete gospel, Aketeche. Thank you. Complete culture. Thank you. And the great Pharaoh. Thank you. Pharaoh. I wanted to be Pharaoh. The best West rapper Ghana has ever produced. Oh, I see. Pharaoh. Tell him what's up.
No, they say on Fridays you don't give advice, but this is very good advice for the brotherhood.
Yeah, so take it.
Yes,
take it. We don't make songs like this anymore, man.
You know,
we don't make songs like this anymore. And Aketichi was really good. They were prolific. I remember the time we brought them to the newsroom. You know, the old place, Charlie. Everybody was all over the place. I know. Charlie, these guys. Oh, Charlie, I can't. But where are they now, though? Charlie, you know the business has changed. Yeah, you know, so they are lifing. They are lifing, man.
I think that the get the hip life as we
used to have it.
Yeah, I think we need to get back there because that's us. You know, that's us. You know, in a way. Of course, High Life too must also come back in its purest form.
Absolutely.
Because that's, you know, when you hear it, you know that this is Ghana.
Yeah, completely.
But the challenge you have now, you know, the generic use of the word Afrobeat and leaning on other cultures and the temptation to now want to strictly be in a certain, like restrict yourself in a certain way has diluted the Ghanaian angle, and it's a concern. Yes, I understand people want to cut across cultures, which is great. We should do that as often as we can, but we should also have enough space to, you know, to allow our own things to flourish, because it's some way.
It's some way. With that, let me also say, I said I wasn't around. Let me send belated birthday wishes to my own big brother Sami Animado.
Okay.
Yeah. Manager of Asamoah.
Thank you.
And manager of a lot of things. Chief investor, Great Thomas. Chief pusher of some of our favorite gospel artists.
Oh, beautiful.
He does all kinds of things. Amazing young man. At 50.
That's right.
Yeah, he's hit the 5-0. It's been amazing watching his journey. We were there when it started.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, and we are happy to be along on the ride with.
I think he turned 50.
Yeah, he turned 50. So
beautiful.
Sammy, this one is from me personally, you know, and from everybody.
We are joining
as well. Have a fantastic birthday.
Exactly. We're joining. And keep doing your thing. Yeah, do a lot more.
It's very important.
You know, the songs of old must be brought back to life, even as we live in a changing world.
I agree.
You know, I know there's so much happening. Online, kids, adults, all of them are online these days, and sometimes the tastes are changing. But there's always a way to bring life back into the old traditions, and you do it, and you find that people love it, people appreciate it,
because the music has really great influence on generations, and many songs have defined eras. So a lot of things that are happening lately, some people are even of the view that the influences of cultures around the world and the assimilation of same through songs are even influencing the conduct of young people in many respects. So the space of music is one that you must guard jealously. I remember listening to Ben Brackwell's interview on Footprints, and you get the understanding of the level of literacy and education and sophistication they bring to the craft of making music, because one, they are exposed to, they know their culture, so they are grounded in terms of cultural upbringing, historical underpinnings of the society, and then also learned enough to want to influence the trends with what they know and where they think society should get to. But these days it appears we lean more to what makes us happy and just let our head down and all that.
You can only give what you do have. And sometimes talent must, I shouldn't say sometimes, I think as much as possible talent should be guided, honed and guided in a way that impacts people and society positively. The reason I say that is that you can say anything in the studio into a beat or instrumentals, and once it's danceable, people will move their necks, their legs, their limbs to it.
Sure.
And they will be excited hearing it. But I think subconsciously, you should also be thinking about what message are you putting out. There's room for commercial music.
Commerce.
Right? Where you just drive people's appetite for music, sometimes vulgar. They want to get their bodies moving and all of that. But then also there's a greater responsibility on people who are writing music and who are producing music to influence society in a positive way. Now, when you listen to culture, when you listen to Lucky Dube, when you listen to what do you call it? Alpha Blondy, you listen to Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, all of these people. There's a certain philosophical, foundation you find in the songs they generate or the songs they produce and all of that. Sometimes they would occasionally drop a few things that people just want to be happy about, not so much, involved there. But you listen to a greater majority of the things they put out, there's always some ancestral wisdom. Yeah. Some philosophical wisdom. True. Some teaching in there. True. So that you find that majority of the people who say, oh, Charlie, they want inspiration, often would turn to these kinds of songs. You find that in some other genres that are there on the market. You spoke about the great Ben Bracco. Yeah. You understand? And when you listen to the words, there's something that is being taught. Yeah. The difficulty we have these days is the temptation to want to just feed the commercial side of things without consciously putting in teachings that will guide people. Yeah. You understand? Because play Lucky Dube back to back, right?
You will learn something.
You learn something. True. Play, what do you call it, Bob Marley back to back. Yeah. You will learn something. You understand? And that's, music also keeps our history alive.
It does.
You understand?
It does.
Sometimes you want to say something, but you don't want to say it bluntly. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You want to sort of color it. Tell the same story using different words to paint a picture in
metaphors,
exactly,
euphemisms, literary devices.
Exactly. So the person listening to it
would think deeply about
exactly. But you can say anything. Hey, oh, and the danger is that yes, people will have the talent, but if we don't drive the message that it's possible to use that talent in a way that reinforces certain messages, you would.
I like where this is going. I'll come back to push it a bit on how we can sort of draw the consciousness of our creatives to the ideals we want to see, the values we want to see, without sort of policing talent necessarily, because some will say, oh, people have agency, people should feel free to put out what they feel and all of that. So
there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
You have to
I want
to talk about.
Yes, I will come back to that. I will let you have some more time on this. Oh, Charlie.
Ọ̀rẹ́ sísí mi, ọ̀rẹ́ dada mi, ọ̀rẹ́ ìwé, abẹ́rẹ́ ṣe, sẹ́kẹ̀kẹ́ ní bíà, yàrá yẹ bíà, ní ẹ̀mí dùn. Ọ̀rẹ́ sísí mi, ọ̀rẹ́ dada mi, ọ̀rẹ́ ìwé. Come on. Abẹ́rẹ́ ṣe, sẹ́kẹ̀kẹ́ ní bíà,
I'm supposed to do LPMs. Government.
Mika, Mr. America, Obama, friend of course, it is the Rose, and we walk. Hey, it's a hero. Hey, Ebenezer. I didn't walk. Rose, we don't tea, if you're a baka.
No. This is to all tech lovers. Please listen up. Techno just dropped the ultimate game changer, the all-new Techno Come On Slim. It isn't just a phone, it's a style statement. The sleek is 6.4mm double curve design. Feels absolutely premium in your hand. It features an interactive mood light around the camera that flashes unique colors for your calls, messages, and charging updates. It's fully loaded with advanced techno AI, bringing you mind-boggling tools like the AI image to video generator, noise cancellation, and your own AI health coach. The battery life is solid, and you will capture every moment instantly with Flash Snap 2.0, and a powerful Sony night camera for flawless low light photos. If you're ready for an update, head to any Techno exclusive store nationwide today. Grab yours today and step into the future. And planning for the future begins with the decisions you make today. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. Your financial independence is possible with EDC, so sign up today. 0302 610 400. Stay alert. That's the message from Zenith Bank. Shine your eye when someone calls claiming to be from Zenith Bank. Fraudsters can sound professional, confident, and convincing. They may ask you to confirm your account details to help resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Remember, Zenith Bank will never ask for your PIN, password, or OTP over the telephone, email, or via any channel. If a caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately and contact Zenith Direct on 054 2000 111. Shine your eyes, spot the fraud, and stop the fraud. This is a message in partnership with Zenith Bank and the Ghana Association of Banks. One for you, one for me. It's feeding time. Young Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy and rich with 16 essential vitamins and minerals. You only need to add previously boiled water. There are 3 exciting variants: wheat, rice, and maize for 5 cedis, 50 pesos each. Real value for money, affordable, nutritious, and convenient. Every dream has a home. Welcome to Heritage Christian University, located in Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. At Heritage, you are assured of value-driven education that prepares you for the world of work. Our students are challenged to turn ideas into business that feed family and employ communities. Admission is in progress. We have a wide range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs. 0547 777 731 is the number. hcu.edu.gh is the website to visit. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
The Highlander. Sasa phobia basana was so to alarm by Jamao to be a fight so big and cry and a tree never sa wow won't sat the others the walla media message to sell by some because alarm bar just says alarm pie so shut the web moon crampine or bar time and a tree your way sweet have a seat and tap your feet new hit from hammer who say move me and it smell for me can you see much and yes I tell you never we are just a search a crab never drop in time for such a time when I think you bury any asa you do me and now do you do you see move boom now see me be sempre move so the moon no BT at the from sample and so you want a woman take a side to you we not having a second 100 of a nice trip I out that the other so hip alarm pie Caesar alarm pie Mosa alarm pie Caesar alarm pie Mosa Caesar alarm pie Mosa
Alarm pie Caesar. This is JD, right?
Yeah.
Charlie, the beat be something else. Who produced this one?
This hammer.
Oh my God, the great hammer. Wow.
This is when you have nice speakers in your car. And you want to disturb the neighborhood when you're young. You just open it and then roll the windows down. And then, you drive. You drive through the system with that one. My brother Michael had this one-door Opel. And he spent all his money, pimping the car. This is Mamprobi area. And then put in the largest woofers you have ever seen in the back of this car. Charlie, when he puts the thing on now, it has this switch in the car, like outside of the normal one. When that thing goes up,
the whole neighborhood.
The road will shake.
Vibrations.
With this beat.
Alarm pine.
But just something else, since we are in the arts and culture mix this morning. I was going to discuss something, but this morning I picked up that it might not happen, but just to give a heads up. So there had been an idea mooted, there's an expansion of the road for the 28th February Osu road. Not a bad, it has to be done. But my concern was the historical houses along that stretch. That place houses some of the oldest houses in Accra, and they had been lined up for demolition. And you are looking at Richter House. Some of these houses have deep ties with the slave trade. There's one house that has a tunnel running in between it and the castle. Yes. Wow. So they used to funnel the slaves through there. Wow. And all these houses
are going to go down.
Are kind of in danger. So this one is an appeal. I can't get angry about it.
No, you should get angry.
I'm just saying it's an appeal. The president is a historian.
Yeah. Let's do underground passage.
The president's chief of staff is a PhD holder in museums and
archaeology.
So you should have.
Oh, Mr. Debra. Hey, Dr. Debra, please, on this one. Please have a chat with the president, who is also a historian.
Yes.
If they can do something about those houses. You see, we've lost a lot of that. The old Accra, a lot of those buildings are gone.
Look at what's happening at Adabraka.
Yes, at Adabraka itself, all the houses are gone. And I'm saying this because we're a station who have a whole month dedicated to telling the story of our heritage. And we need to protect some of these areas. We've been able to get the Asha Fort classified as a UNESCO heritage site. The houses along that road are as old as, if not older, than the forts and co. So if they should consider something that allows those houses to be protected, perhaps refurbished or renovated, so that visitors to Accra can see people, even our kids, because our kids live in Accra and don't know what old Accra looks like. The pictures are not there; it's not even in their textbooks. If you go to the kids' textbooks, you won't find a proper. Normally you see an artist impression of what it used to look like, but they don't know what it looks like. So if you fix those houses along that road, even just that stretch, we could perhaps even take our kids there as part of the Osu Castle trip and say, look,
Old Accra,
this is Richter House, this is this house, this is the link between this house and the slave trade and all that. We then get to expand our whole roots pilgrimage offering. The proper beyond the return. These are some of the things that add to the beyond the return.
Experience.
So this morning, very, very humble appeal to the presidency. I hear it might not happen, but I'm just saying that please, in case you turn your eyes, somebody in Ghana, somebody will go and break those houses.
True.
So we beg Dr. Deborah of Museum and other things, please help us.
I think I back you firmly, and to move beyond your confining of the submission to the Osu area. I'm particularly alarmed at what's happening in the Adabraka area.
True.
Because as you do know, this is also one of the historic
earliest estates of black Ghanaians.
Exactly. I mean, the big boys, the elites, and the people who sort of shaped our democracy. The lives of, Jerry Rawlings grew up there. Nanado at some point was involved. All this, Nik Amarteifio, all these great brains who have shaped our destiny as a country. Somehow, there's so much demolishing happening in that space. High-rise buildings are going up while we destroy the historic buildings that hitherto dotted the I don't want to call it I can't call it the skyline. I think it would be the horizon.
Let's call it skyline.
Of Adabraka. And it's unfortunate. I do know that many of these houses are private property, right? Family owned. Yes, that's right. But you see, it is for a good reason that the language of the Constitution says that in appropriate cases in the public interest, compulsory acquisition. So that Godfred mentioned a very important matter. What does the past look like? There's a reason you go to Rome today and you find something built 2,000 years ago.
Ancient.
It's not being disturbed by modernization. Even where they are trying to do modern things,
they still preserve
the
antiquity.
Exactly. Ultimately, what they would do is to keep restoring it so that it is in its purest form as much as possible. So we cannot say that we want investments in the country, and all we are doing is cutting up these spaces and selling them to external, interests who are coming in to set up shops, to set up businesses, and in the course of that are destroying a part of our history. It is unacceptable.
That's true.
Many countries take positive steps to preserve things like this. You go to Scotland. Despite all the modernization that you see happening in other parts of the world, they have preserved a certain identity for that part of the UK. And it is beautiful. When you enter Scotland, you know that, this is an entirely different part of the UK.
Dubai, with all its glass and glossy feel, still has old Dubai. So that you can go see ancient Dubai. You have an idea of how the place looked like before its recent glossy and glassy feel.
So if it is some form of government policy backed by legislation to preserve these structures, let's do it. In the same spirit, look, we are doing such a terrible job with the offerings that we have. Look at the forts and castles that we have. Look, the last time I went to Fort, is it Prinsenstein? Yes, the Keta one.
Oh, it's almost gone, isn't it?
Look, yes, the sea has done its damage.
It's
we have reclaimed the land largely, but
it's in ruins, basically.
If we really appreciate the history of our people, that fort should be preserved.
I agree.
Which means that there are all kinds of funds available internationally, which you can tap into and restore that structure with the quality of bricks they may have used 200 or 300 or 400 centuries ago to build it. You understand? You go to other universities, they go back, do historic searches, research, and then sit down and do the chemical formulations that went into the building of a particular structure. They can investigate, they take a sample of the building, break it down into its chemical composition or whatever it is. They do that, and then they are able to tell that
which materials
these materials were used, and they use the same materials to restore it. You understand? But what do we have in this country? We want to build something new, so we want to break something down. Look at what's happened to what do you call it? The old parliament.
It was one thing I heard you way back in university. You spoke very vociferously about. It still went down.
You know, because what? Somehow we failed to preserve it. Look, when I started journalism, one of the first things I did, which actually even put me on the path I am on today, was to be sent to cover the proceedings of the National Reconciliation Commission in the early years of the Kufuor administration. Professor Nik Amarteifio, you find today leading the Central University Law School, was the executive secretary to that commission. And it was like history being replayed every day. Of course, people sometimes had disagreements with some of the things, the submissions made before the committee. Some people thought certain lines were told and all of that, and they didn't agree and all of that. But it exposed that to a certain history of the country before the coming in of democracy. You understand? And it was told in a parliament that, or in a building that represented the first parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Somehow we have lost it. It did not occur to anybody to say that this thing occupies a central part of the history of this country. When we gained independence, the building that we went into for certain things to be done, let's preserve it.
Is this not where the motion of destiny was delivered?
Charlie, to lose all of that history, all of that because, we want to build a new parliament house. This one, let's throw it. Look, I don't know what kind of people we are. And it's sad that years will come and then you want to go to a site and point to the site and say, that's where the old parliament house was. It doesn't make sense. In fact, we could still have maintained that building as our parliament house. Nothing would have been wrong with it. But for the voracious appetite of politicians to want to be creating constituencies anyhow, that parliament could still have been fit for purpose and would have repaired it to serve that purpose. But over time, we've destroyed it. You go to other spaces, you find that these things are happening.
Westminster Abbey is still around.
Still sitting there. Number 10, still there. You understand? You go to the U.S. Congress, they will tell you about when the likes of Washington wanted to do, this was the chair they sat on. And it is
even
there.
then, they used to sign declarations. You will see.
Yes, because they matter. And then we go there, pay money to go and see those things. So when people come to Ghana, is it the only the akpala and the fufu they want to come and eat? No. They want to see things. How did we eventually change the destiny of this country from one under colonial rule or colonial authority to what it is today? These are things. It's just it's unacceptable.
When we went to what's Nkrumah's hometown again?
Nkrofo.
When we went to Nkrofo, this was 4 years ago when we were on the Heritage Caravan. We went to his mom's house. There's a house she's built on a hill like that. You see his mom's tomb and all. And it's in a sad state. It's in a very sorry state. That's just how I can put it. If you go to his own museum, they've tried to do something around it and all of that. But generally, we've proven to have very, very bad preservation of our heritage and culture. I remember moderating a conversation with the Ghana Institute of Architects, and they had architects and people talk to us about our monuments. And there was a very important architect from KNUST, whose name I'm trying to remember. He spoke very passionately about, for example, the first building that the colonialists signed, the very first contracts they came to buy. They were merchants buying timber and all. Said it's a very popular building in Accra, and they fought for so long to have it preserved, but it was sold. Again, the argument was that these structures belong to individuals and families. So they decide then to, part with it for economic reasons. But a state that is, in your words, alive to its responsibility and knows the value of these property will then move in to say, okay, we are compulsorily acquiring this, we are compensating the families involved, so we can preserve it for all that is worth. But we don't seem to be alive to that aspect of our culture and heritage.
Yes, because we say we are trying to promote tourism and all the offerings that come with it. Yet we are confining that to the so-called Ghanaian hospitality and the food you can eat and the monkey sanctuaries you can, and then, that's all there is. No.
But there are the tangibles
exactly.
and the intangibles.
There
of
are offerings
heritage.
far beyond these kinds of things. Yeah. You understand? There are offerings far beyond these kinds of things, because these buildings, you see, you can tell a whole story around a particular building.
Absolutely.
You can.
Yeah.
But when you read a story of the White House, right?
Yes.
The Brits burnt it down.
Completely.
The English people burnt it down because they said that these guys, they are talking about independence, all the things they are doing. So they burnt it down. But what did the Americans do? They built it back. You understand? And today, it's standing there. What did we do? Oh, we were not happy with the castle because the castle was used by the colonial people, and they did all kinds of things there. It's not fit for purpose, so we built a new one, right? Yeah. And somehow we have left the castle to
Crescentbell Castle.
They still use it for some things.
They use parts because some other parts are deteriorating.
You see, it's just bad. The same thing with the Flagstaff House as it then was. Yeah. Because, again, of the history that it told about Ghana, there was so much argument about whether we even needed to bring it down in order, or a large chunk of it, in order to rebuild it into what we currently have there, the stool that we currently have there. Back and forth. Ultimately, they said they were preserving a certain part of it. But see, if you look at it, did we make the right decision? Could we have taken that the presidential palace, as some people call it, somewhere else, build it on an entirely different piece of land, so that it serves the purpose that we currently use this one for? Yeah. I think that the position we are taking is that it is along
the old ropes.
Yes,
new ones are made,
threaded, if you like, for want of a better. Exactly. So that we cannot say that we are modernizing, and all we know about modernization is to bring everything old down so that we can build a new thing. No country, self-respecting country, does that kind of thing. You want to keep the history there,
absolutely,
preserve it, so that generations yet unborn, when they eventually arrive, will come and say that, oh, this was the building in which the motion of destiny was moved. Right? Yeah. This was the parliament that hosted the Queen of England. This was where all of those things matter.
Yeah.
We need to change our ways. It is important.
And the painful part is that we do not lack the expertise and the knowledge to preserve these. The name I was trying to remember, Dr. Henry Safo has assisted me, architect David Kojo Deban. If you follow him on Facebook, I've read one piece he wrote on the Jamestown, the lighthouse there.
Yes.
Very detailed, gave you the historic accounts of the structure and what purpose it served. Very insightful stuff. And if you go to his Facebook now, Kojo Deban, you will read a whole lot. For example, in June, I think the Cape Coast South MP had spoken to families who own ancient or historical buildings, telling them to help maintain those structures. And it goes like, you need to put in the roadmap so that persons won't have that incentive to do so. And then, as you suggested, in cases where government can actually compulsorily acquire these, compensate them, and preserve these, that happens. And so we have the expertise, we have the knowledge. People have PhDs in museum and archival studies. We've excavated, we've seen all the forts. In fact, Also, credits to creative artists, because many of them have used their lenses and drones at their own expense, travel across the length and breadth of this country to capture the states of our forts. And printed them and, uploaded them. Yao Pare is one of the people I'm talking about. The late Stephen, forgot his full name, rest his soul. Also, he focused on waterfalls and all of that. So we have all the materials. People have done all the hard work. We just need leadership to acknowledge that this is an important part of our history, our heritage. We need to preserve that. That's political will to put in the action and the work is what always seems to be lacking.
You see, the Museum and Monuments Board, we can actually make it a huge forex earner for this country if we actually apply our minds to what they actually do.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
The same for the records department.
True.
Look, on the museums bit, go to the Ghana Museum, the National Museum. It's like a forgotten place.
These days they've renovated it.
So go to other countries. Go to a private museum belonging to someone who has money to throw about. And look at the collections there and how they are preserved.
I have an idea. Maybe people like you or those who have the money, who care about these things, should build trust.
You are going with this man. You are mentioning me in the company of other people.
But you see, future money. It's true. If you go elsewhere, when people make a lot of money, they set up trust and they try to preserve some of these things. But when people, they just want new
I will try, and if not today, maybe Monday. You see, because this is really important for me. I'll try and get us somebody who will explain to us, and the audience, just why this kind of conversation is important, and why Old Accra needs protection. Particularly the areas that I am talking about. Some of the most relevant historical places are along that stretch. You see, and it could have been, and if done properly, you could just take a walk, organize a walk there for tourist groups. The houses are painted. Look, when I took a trip to one of these Eastern African countries. One of the busiest tourist sites in that place was the family home of Freddie Mercury.
That's right.
The lead singer of Queen. We will rock you. Yes, the person who wrote that song. The lead singer of the band Queen. He was born in Zanzibar, but grew up in London. I had to book for 3 days
to be able to get in there.
He was born there. He grew up in London. But the family house
preserved.
It's preserved because it is where Freddie Mercury was born. His mother and father are irrelevant. He was born there. So it is part of the offerings when you visit Zanzibar that you can go and see the home of Freddie Mercury. Who many might, if you don't really do your check, you might think he's a Brit because he grew up in London. But he's East African. And so we have so many of those here. The other time I saw a picture of the home of Yaa Asantewaa. It had been renovated a bit. But is it part of an official offering? I think the Menchia Museum area, they do one of the best. I think they do much better with the curation of these things than others do. And for some reason, I think also it's because they have invested in getting back some of the really strong art pieces that allow them to be attractive. I recall the Asantehene giving Prophet Ivor Ajimandia that assignment to liaise between the British museums and Menchia to get as many of the pieces that had been taken from here and sent to British museums that are not being shown and whatever returned. I think last year some of them came. There's an ongoing process to bring more because they know what people want to see, and that is why perhaps you might go there now and they have a lot more on display than they would previously have had. And you're asking yourself, what are the rest doing to try and improve their offerings? With support from the Museums and Monuments Board, of course. They've had a pretty poor history. Maybe now they have improved. But I recall some really, really scandalous stories. Giving money to renovate things. The money was thrown all over the place. You know, Basa. But we could really, for a country that pushed this agenda and I think benefited heavily from it, we ended up relying a lot more on the party side of it, which is fine because that's also part of showcasing whatever it is you have as an attraction. But once you're able to bring the party goers here, after the party, what else is there?
That people want to have. The shrine element.
You understand? Because I see people at the Independence Square on Saturdays taking pictures, like they bring the tourist buses. Sometimes you see the anti-day that is taking them around. But if you take them along that route now and you say, oh, this is Rector House. In the current state that it is in, like people, it's not evocative enough for people. You must let, for you to feel it, you must put in a lot more work. You could even charge more for it. Once
done with the Kwame Nkrumah
with that, which is why, like, I am really, really urging the people who handle these things. What's his name now? 1957.
What do you call it?
KOD, Diaspora and Affairs. Look, these are some of the things he should put his voice behind. These are some of the things. Look, KOD, this morning, take a walk along the 28th February Road. Have a conversation. Look, find Professor Rachel Engman. Have a conversation with her about what is going on there. What needs to be protected. What can we improve so that when the people come on the pilgrimage and they get to Independence Square and they are light, we can show them more. When they go to the castle, we can show them more. Take them. Oh, imagine if we said there was a tunnel tour that cost maybe $100 more. So you go to the castle and then you walk through the tunnel to the house there that has the tunnel. You know, the same way people do the walk of no return. You know, this is also a similar one.
Absolutely.
You see, it's a completely different kind of offering, and you can use technology to do this. Look, I went to see Akoto Banfo's display in the US.
The
actually,
artist,
yes, in the US, he has a film display.
Nice.
And then he has a sculpture display, a massive one, in Alabama. Yeah, at the Equality and Justice Museum.
That's right. Equality and Justice
If
Museum.
you look at even just what his section of the display is in America, and look at what we have here. I'm asking myself, why doesn't he has the site on your way to the Volta region?
Yes.
He has the one.
Somewhere down.
Yes, he has one there.
Yeah.
But how well are we even pushing that? How well is, and like I'm saying, you have to book these things
in advance.
Otherwise, there's no space for you.
Yes.
You see, and the mixture of virtual reality, the curation of the artifacts, bringing into place all those things. It made it said, look, I don't get emotional, but by the time I was halfway through it, I was weak.
Yeah, that's right.
I was weak. You know, because they are telling you the story. You actually experience. Look, I went through a process where I walked through a slave cabin in the museum. It was 3D. And they were singing the spirituals.
The songs they were singing those years.
The lynching. You watch the lynching. You are watching it. They've brought the ashes of people who were burnt. It's painful, but they don't hide those things. It's the dark history, but it's there.
For you to see and
for you to see and feel, and it takes you through different stages of it. And they are collecting money.
They will.
In the end, there's learning for kids. There's learning for the next generation. There's learning for us as adults.
There's revenue for the state.
There's revenue for the state. And we could do so much more with that. I think it's something that we have left. And it's why some of the times I get upset that like our film authority, for instance, and again, it comes down to money.
Yeah.
They'll tell you they don't have money.
Budget.
But look, the image that a lot of people have of America, of Russia,
of Korea,
China, India,
Japan,
are memories or visions that were put there by film or some level of theater that the state paid for, that the state produced to push a certain narrative. So there are certain types of stories they do not allow random people to tell. To get approval for those kind of stories, you have to talk to the state for the state to look at it and say, okay, this is it actually. And
Nkrumah had that. Right?
They provide you with support. They produce it, they own it,
and
they show
give
it,
you access.
they show it.
Yeah.
You understand? So they have used that to keep those stories. Recently, the Americans, to celebrate 250 years, produced a film on young George Washington.
That's right.
Really nice. When I was in China, I watched the story of the Three Kingdoms in a movie called Red Cliff.
Red Cliff. 1
and 2. The two films are 6 hours long. But it's really nice. Produced by because it tells the historical formation of what became the Chinese civilization
as we know it now.
As we know it now. The story of Zhuge Liang, of all those people.
Deng Xiaoping.
It's not Deng Xiaoping. It's in the
older people.
Yeah, this one is way
Ancient,
this is 2,000 years.
Woo.
This is Confucian. If you go to India, they are telling you the stories of the Mahatma,
Yes.
the Ramayana.
Right.
If you go to Korea, the North have this. That's what they know. They'll tie you in front of the TV
You
and
have
you
to
watch
watch
whether you like it or not.
You'll be weeping to
Yeah, don't cry small. If you don't cry, you have problems. The South have theirs. But the point I'm making is, even if you go to East Africa, the Kenyans do same. South Africa is doing same. If you come here, Burkina Faso have a very strong film culture. Oh yes,
Burkina Faso.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, some of
Burkina
the
Faso,
international
Mali,
movie
Senegal
awards are picking
are
them
very,
up.
very strong in that space because there are certain aspects the state is 100% vested that what the Western world or the rest of the world see of us, some parts of those stories, we the state must invest in telling. So we have.
You're in control of the narrative.
We have great stories. I've said this on the breakfast show. I was really, really upset when we sat down and allowed Ejako, or was it Lewin, to parody Okonfa-Noche's story. Because the way he did it, it was not art. And I can have a debate about it with anybody who will consider what he did art. Because it was a complete misrepresentation. It was such a great opportunity because up until that point, nobody had actually even attempted to do a movie of Okonfa-Noche. So for it to be done that way,
Commercial
it
interest.
wasn't commercial interest. It was an opportunity for historical accuracy. Maybe he didn't get the support that was required by the state. That would have been a great opportunity. Do we have a film on Kwame Nkrumah?
Nope.
Who's paying for it?
No.
There's a great play written by Kweku Mensah Bonsu called The Trial of Kwame Nkrumah.
Right.
We produced it at the University of Ghana School of Performing Arts. Incredible script. But it's a very difficult play. So if you're not skilled, you can't touch it.
You can't deliver it.
It's a very, very difficult play. Kweku Mensah Bonsu doesn't write easy plays. He's like Abdallah. If you read the play, something happened to you. Dr. Mohammed bin Abdallah. There's a reason why Chief Mumin decided to take what he does and put it there. Because of the historical relevance. Look at the scale of what Chief Mumin does.
And he's
on
always
stage.
supported by foreigners.
The sheer scale of what Chief Mumin does. What Chief Mumin does, look, he should have had the entire Museums and Monuments Board supporting him. But it's paid for by the West. Once in a while, we'll give him media partnership, whatever. We sat here and they brought Umoja. That's a traveling party of almost 200 people to come to this country to show us what Zulu culture on stage looks like.
Moja, yeah, I remember.
Who paid for it?
The state?
Who do you think is paying for it? Wow. So we must find use. You see, it is not only the politics that matters. The philosophers matter. The classics matter. The plays matter. The films matter. You see, we talk about the death of Gollywood and the rise of the others, Nollywood and whatever. Even with the storytelling, look, it got to a point the Nigerians have started telling stories about their coups.
Cool.
Yes, there's a film called 1970 something. I've forgotten the title. Those who follow it can tell me. If you watch that film, the attention to its production,
detail, mastery,
because they are telling
a certain story.
That story, so it will be there. It might not make commercials. It might not be commercially successful, but whoever wants to learn about that part of Nigeria's history, if you watch it, you will learn your lessons. So again, I'm saying we might think it's expensive, but the investments in these things that other countries have done have proven relevant and eventually have paid off. And Ghana cannot miss out. All I'm saying is Ghana cannot miss out. We should not look at it as a cut. Everybody sees it as cost. But I think that it is really something that we could make a lot more money out of.
I mean,
you spend money to make money.
You didn't know.
Yeah, they cut to cash.
But when you send a budget for some of these things, they'll stay to look at it and say, oh, what are you trying to do?
Exactly.
And throw it away. Everybody, what is this? And throw it away. Yeah, it's not even just that. No, there are people who matter.
They don't see the relevance of
it. They can look at
Yeah.
that script and look at
What do we get
some
from
other something and say, this thing is rather the one we want. Obviously, because there will be SMS texting, there will be some small travel, there will be something.
Per diem and capacity building.
And it's quick. You see, that's the thing, it's quick. But I'm saying the state must take interest in the stories. That's all.
Recently, I was in geopolitics and what do you call it? International trade meeting of some kind.
Okay.
Where, and then this was in Geneva, and there was a huge discussion about why Korean movies are taking the globe by storm these days.
K-dramas.
Yes, K-dramas. You speak to every Gen Z in this country.
They watch.
We are all watching. I just finished the East Palace. You are laughing. You are also watching. I just finished watching East Palace.
You know,
it's nice, Papa.
That's right. And they watch it in the Korean language, right? And then use the subtitles. If you're not sophisticated to watch the movie
and read at the same time,
and then but they are able to do that. And the presentation was made of how there was a point in the history of the government of Korea. Then they asked themselves, we export so many vehicles, but it would seem that what the movie industry can provide us eclipses that in a billion ways. So why not invest as a government into that space? They made that transition. That's not to say that they have shunned the production of vehicles entirely. They still do that. But if you look at the numbers in terms of, first of all, how much money is coming in, and the kinds of cultural revolution that they are experiencing, and how that is impacting their representation, how Korea is perceived globally, you'll be amazed. And you see, so it is not just about saying that, oh, these guys sitting on the radio, they don't know what they are talking about. They should come and sit in our chairs. No. We have been to places, we have seen things, we have experienced things, and we are telling you that the models are there. The amount of money Hollywood makes for America,
it's incredible.
It's incredible. Ghana's economy is nowhere near what is generated, spent, and actually earned from Hollywood. So the point we are making is that instead of always thinking, oh, let's build this school and get something out of it. And that is the only thing that appears to engage. And when we are building it, we are not building it properly. I'm not saying building schools is bad. I'm using it to make a point.
I get you.
That, we are coming to build school for you. It is often not because they want to come and build school for you.
It's for the votes.
No, it's not even for the vote.
It's for all that is.
Yeah, so please, government of Ghana, let's move into those spaces.
Thank you for bringing this up. And just in case those who know the George Padmore Library, pass by and see. It's not nice for such a key edifice and such an important, iconic person. What the state of George Padmore Library? The last time I checked, no.
Have you seen the National Archives before?
It's the last time I went there,
they have do you know the things they have?
Charlie,
look, that facility should be a world-class facility that should be comfortable for human beings to visit. National Archives, the things they have.
You go elsewhere, you see the original copy of the Constitution is sitting in one big room.
Oh, Charlie.
With AC, Charlie. By itself.
Thank you, guys. And grateful to Dr. Hinesafo for sharing Ghana's architectural heritage with me.
To read this comment which came in from Kweku quickly before we move on to other things.
Sure, please.
So Kweku makes a very important point. So Kweku says that it's the same in Asia and the Caribbean. Most of them still use the old public buildings. In Singapore, they are called black and white houses. And their owners and occupants cannot make any changes to them without a permit from the National Heritage Authorities. Now, it would be good for a reporter to do the history walk with, say, Professor Raquel Engman or Ato Kwesen, who's currently in Accra. And it goes on edited and boiled down to some 15 to 20 minutes audiovisual. And then says that Ato Kwesen sometimes goes, does Accra history bus tour, which some people use. And currently there's an ongoing project, museums and the heritage preservation project that he's also talking about.
That's a good one.
So, and basically ask the question, who is funding it? The French government.
Oh dear.
So you see, we need to.
Thank you. God bless you. And check out design232.com. It has articles on Ghana's architectural history. Great work put together. Go read it. You'll be inspired. Now, the Cal Bank Abakede promo gives you the chance to win 5,000 monthly, 100,000 Ghana cedis and a grand draw by depositing 500 cedis or more from 1st August to 31st October 2026. 5 winners will receive 5,000 cedis cash every month, and 1 active customer wins 100,000 Ghana cedis cash in the grand draw. Deposit 500 cedis or more and stay fully active. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win. Promo ends on the 31st of October. Use the CalBank app or USSD via mobile money to deposit money or visit any CalBank branch or agent. You can also use any cash accepting ATM CalBank forward together. Great news on Galicious. A Bingo Hub promo has been extended to the 15th of August. So participating is also very easy now. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets or 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers or a mix of 2 up to 20. Submit them at any Onga redemption center near you. You will receive a scratch card. Scratch it to review your unique code and dial *713 *27 hash. You will win instantly. There is over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won, including cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis, smart TVs, deep freezers, washing machines, kitchen appliances, and many more. Hurry! Promo now ends on the 15th of August. Something special for all women in cashew processing. The Ghana Climate Innovation Center at Ashesi University is inviting you to apply for the GPS CPII Women's Agribusiness Incubation Program. This is your moment to grow your business, improve product quality, and reach bigger market. Enjoy business incubation, technical and product development support, financial literacy and investment readiness, market access and export readiness support, climate smart production practices, and access to finance. Whether you roast, package, process cashew, or want to start fresh, this program is designed for you. Apply by the 14th of this month. Take your business to the next level. Visit our website, ghanacic.ashesi.edu.gh to apply. WhatsApp 054-813-1154 to find out more. This project is funded by the Swiss government through the Swiss State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, SICO, jointly implemented by the Ghana Private Sector Competitiveness Program 2 and the Ashesi University's Ghana Climate Innovation Center. Your future in Kachu starts here. Apply now. PPA Electricals offers 100% genuine electrical products from top global brands and up to 5-year warranties for home, commercial, and industrial needs. Enjoy August discounts and a chance to win a free generator at their branches or online. T's and C's apply. Our products range from distribution boards, circuit breakers, solar cables, AVRs, Huawei solar packages, smart home DIY items. We stock trusted brands like Siemens, Delta, Huawei, Festo, and a host of others. Visit us at Spintex, Opera Square, North Industrial Area, Kaswa Off Town, Oyarifa, Afienya Matayeko, and Dowenya Community 25. Shop online at store@automationgana.com. Call 050-349-8181. PPA Electricals, genuine products, expert support, guaranteed quality. In a bit, we welcome our friends from Gimpa Business School to share with us what they have in store for you and I. In the meantime, admission to Valley View University is officially open. We go beyond academics to shape character and empower you for the 21st century. Whether you're a fresh high school graduate or a working professional, Valley View offers flexible weekend, weekday, and sandwich schedules tailored to your lifestyle. We offer diploma, undergraduate, and graduate masters and PhD programs. Our programs include business administration, nursing, midwifery, mental health nursing, computer science, business information systems and IT, and biomedical engineering, theology, education, development studies, communication studies, agriculture, etc. Call 030-7010-260. WhatsApp 030-705-1149. Locate our campuses at Oyibi in Accra, Kumasi, and Tichima. Apply now using admissions.vvu.edu.gh. Valley View University, where academics meets purpose. When we are back, we welcome friends from Gimpa. Oh, Life Source. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Ujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Your child can excel academically and in the sports they love and are good at. At Prodigy International Academy, we believe every child deserves to excel in the classroom, on the field, and in life. With an internationally recognized curriculum, an elite sports program, modern, well-serviced boarding facilities, and a strong foundation in Christian values, Prodigy nurtures confident, skilled, and well-rounded learners who are prepared for a global future. Here, sports and academics go hand in hand to empower students to discover their strengths, develop strong strong character, leadership, and relentlessly pursue excellence. Give your child's full potential a chance. Visit prodigy.edu.gh or call 025-609-7974 to begin your Prodigy's journey. Prodigy International Academy. Excel, inspire, persevere.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
15 after 9, and we have amazing friends from Life Source International School. It's a very unique school located in Apam in the central region. It's an all-girls school. They are focused on value-driven education, STEM-focused entrepreneurship school with boarding facilities. So who can be there? Which of your girls will qualify for this particular education? What facilities do they have? Who are the people who will be teaching your daughters if you take them to Life Source? Dr. Kopepe Ofori and Ofosu Ofori are both in the studio to throw more light on Life Source International School. Doug and Mr. Ofori, you're welcome. Good morning. Good to have you again, I should say.
Good morning.
This is our second time talking.
Yes.
Really happy to welcome you. How is Life Source International School doing?
Life Source International School is coming on well. We're looking forward to our second year in existence. We are enrolling more students. August 31st is our parent orientation, to receive our new students for this school year. So we're continually enrolling. Everything's going great. I understand as a diasporian that it takes time in Ghana, and we have to build our confidence in the Ghana community, and we're here for the long haul.
I like that. I like that. So what makes Life Source School unique from the others? There are a number of all girls schools around, but what makes Life Source International School unique from these?
One of the things is what we're bringing from the school we have in the U.S. Okay. We have a program called Leader in Me. It's the 7 and 8 habits of a successful student. And those behaviors and characters, when people come onto our campus, it could be police, it could be the anyone who comes into our campus, someone doing business, someone doing construction, they always stop and they tell us, how did you guys do this? How are your students? You're so well behaved. We've gone to all the schools in this district and it's just chaos, anarchy. But your kids are polite. They're not afraid to engage in conversation. They have very confident. And so we even have first generation high school graduates at our school. We have first generation college students because we meet our students where they are. And then take them where they should be. So we don't count students out. A lot of people say, I have a disability. No, you don't. You just haven't had the right teacher, the right environment. No one's taken the time to understand what your needs are. And what do you love? Right? Just having a passion for something, the education comes easy.
Absolutely.
Right? So we do give our girls a passion test. Because
passion test.
A passion test.
Oh, passion test.
A survey.
Right. To get to know what they're truly passionate about, what their interests are.
And then we offer, extracurricular classes based on that.
That's sweet.
Our kids are telling us, we want to dance, we want to form a dance troupe, and we want to have plays and theater, very creative things, photography, things like that. So we work on bringing those special things for them so their education could be enjoyable. And rigorous.
So it can be enjoyable and rigorous. And you say that you meet your students where they are and then you take them to where they have to be. So, wow, this is really exciting. And you focus on entrepreneurship and STEM education for the girls. Why this focus?
You want to answer? Okay. Well, Ghana needs entrepreneurs. They need industry. We don't want our young ladies graduating from high school and college and looking for a job.
Okay.
We want them, like, we're building our own. They're building their own industries while they're in high school. Right. For instance, I think I talked last time about agriculture. We have a 6-acre farm. Our girls have already started planting corn.
A 6-acre farm.
Yeah. Our girls are already planting corn, tomatoes. We have livestock. We have chicken. Everything that
you feed yourselves.
Yeah, we feed ourselves, and what's left over, our girls process it and sell it at the market.
Wow!
And they keep the proceeds.
They do.
We have bank accounts. We're opening bank accounts for all of them.
Incredible.
And we're teaching them how to. Okay, you keep your proceeds. So next season, what do you want to grow?
Right.
And what are going to be your costs? And so they're able to take that money, buy what they need, and then reinvest in themselves. Amazing. So by the time they leave, they will have an in-depth knowledge of entrepreneurship, and not just in agriculture, but in their passions as well. And MasterCard is partnered with us. They're bringing the professional training in all those areas of need. But I do want to talk about the 7 habits right quickly, if I may. Okay, the core 7 habits of a successful leader is to be proactive. That's number 1. Number 2, to begin with the end in mind.
Okay, begin with the end in mind.
And number 3 is put first things first.
Right.
Number 4 is think win-win for both people.
Talk to me.
And then the 5th is seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Seek first to be understood, and then to be understood.
And to be understood.
Right.
And to synergize, work as a team.
Right.
Nobody's an island. Everybody has a gift. See whose gifts are what. Get together, work as a team, and build something significant for Ghana.
I'm seeing Franklin Covey. I'm seeing that. I see that. That's exciting. No,
absolutely.
And the good part also is that your school runs an international curriculum to prepare your girls to compete globally.
Yes.
Speak to that. Speak to that.
Well, Cambridge. We use Cambridge. Cambridge is an international curriculum. When our students graduate from Cambridge, their report cards, their testing, everything will be accepted by any school in the world.
Right. Okay.
So we're doing physics, chemistry, biology, information technology, history, French, agriculture, and then the extracurricular activities as well.
And can I just tell you about the 8th habit? There's a new one that we just added.
8 will take us out of time.
Okay.
So when we get to school, we will get to know about them. And then on the 31st of this month, you say that there is an open day. Parents can come around. Where are you located? Do you have boarding facilities? And also, why should parents choose your school?
Because their children are going to be life-changing for Ghana. We have a civics program where we want them to be community-oriented. We want them to be citizens of Ghana who want to build Ghana and using their talents for Ghana.
Right.
And so I really believe these people will spearhead a change in education, how education is presented to Ghana. It'll be more practical, more functional, more effective for the individual, opposed to doing well on a test.
I like that. So what's the eligibility criteria? Who can come to your school, and what number can we call? Admission is in process. How can we start that?
We don't weed anybody out. Everybody, if they so desire to come to our school and be a part of this opportunity, we meet them where they're at.
So this is grade 1 to what?
From GSS 1 all the way up to A levels.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Very well.
And I also have a special education teaching credential outside of a general education teaching credential. But I have the expertise that even if they have a disability in an area, I train teachers to help them overcome that disability.
Share your contacts with us so we can engage and enroll our daughters.
So our phone number is 055 955 2263. Again, 055 955 2263. We're located at Palm Junction, on the Dewarampon Road. It's about maybe less than a kilometer from the junction.
Right.
Once you get to the junction, you talk to anybody there, they will just direct you
Wonderful.
to the right place.
Dr. Kopepe Ofori and Mr. Ofosu Ofori, thank you so much for sharing the gospel according to Lifestyle International School with us. We'll give you a call, we will enroll, and we will move it from there. Thank you for what
God
you do.
bless you all.
We wish you all the best. God bless you too. We at it, we all know that silence when your rent is due, you can't pick up that call. The shop is empty, you're pretending it's fine, your salary is done, but there are more weeks to go. That silence is called money. Bills breaks the silence, whether you need working capital, a salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding. Your Ghana card is all you need. Call Bills Microcredit today. 0596920833. Break the silence, Bills got you. And if you're looking for best of flavor in every sip, we've got Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today, available at a local store near you. 0550-0322231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. The countdown is on. The APSA Auto Fair in partnership with Citi FM and Hollard Insurance is bringing Ghana's leading automotive brands and thousands of car lovers together for one exciting weekend. Join us from the 22nd to the 23rd of this month at the Good Park Accra Mall, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for the biggest auto event. Bring your family, bring everyone. Come enjoy test drives, insurance, affordable finance options from Absa Bank. You get to pimp your ride as well. And if you're looking for an opportunity to showcase your business, book an exhibition space by sending us a WhatsApp message 054-136-1237 today. Good morning. And so we are happy to welcome friends from Gempa Business School, correct? Lady and gentlemen, welcome. So I have Israel Kpakpana.
Yes, sir.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Business School Admissions Committee Chair, and Kofi Asare, Coordinator, Development, Communications and PR, and then Odelia Ntiamwa, Director of Corporate Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Great. So let's talk about Gempa Business School very shortly. What departments make it up, and what you say sets it apart from other business schools we have in town. Who will take that?
Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. Caleb, thank you very much. And good morning to your cherished listeners. The Gempa Business School is made up of 3 departments. Okay. We have the business management and management science department, and then accounting and finance department. Okay. The Gempa Business School is set up by 3 core values. We talk about the innovation in our pedagogy, the connectedness, which is partnerships we form with various schools across the globe, and then also the quality that we bring to bear in our course delivery. And
your MBA is also one that people really praise in town. Who is it designed for? What specializations can students choose from, and how is it different from your 1-year master's program?
Right. Our MBA is for middle management. So we expect that you have a 2-year postgraduate working experience to qualify to take the MBA. And the MBA puts into that category where you have some detailed knowledge on almost all business core functional areas. And in doing so, we make sure that you're not just coming into a technical area, unlike the 1-year masters that is put into a functional area. For instance, you take about 9 courses, different courses in a functional area like HR or marketing or project management. But in MBA, you may take about 3, but the rest are across the various business functional areas.
What are the entry requirements for your programs?
Yes, so any good first degree from a recognized university would do. If you have by good first degree, we mean the list is the lowest, lower. Second class lower.
Okay.
Yeah, second class lower. But for if you happen to have a third class, we have a way we bring you up, take you through another qualification, interview qualification to be able to.
What are the modes of delivery? Because you are obviously targeting working class professionals.
Yes, so currently we run the MBAs in the evenings. We also run our 1-year masters at the weekends. So you have the option of taking an evening class or taking a weekend class at the business.
Can I just add a little bit concerning the exciting way of teaching in GIMPA, and it runs across all our 4 schools, and the business school therefore is not an exception. It's something we do for all the schools. The simulation that we use to teach, and then of course then case studies, and then quite apart from that, also our classrooms are not the thousands and the 2000s in a class where you don't really get to reach every student. We have very small class sizes, air conditioned, and it definitely
on the Green Hill.
Exactly. It definitely suits the executive education that if you are working, you should be looking at.
So you have the social science programs too. That's where I want to come to you, Kofi, Asari, and Odelia. You chip in here as well. So turning here, what departments and programs fall under your social science, and what role do they play in the institution's mission?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. To put it in a proper perspective, the school itself is under the School of Technology and Social Sciences. In short, SOT. Not the salt we eat. That's what I've already explained. And so the social sciences, they come, it used to be SOLAS, School of Social Sciences and Liberal Arts, but from 2023, we made to SOT.
A lot of resources.
And so that's why we have 3 departments under this. So we have that of liberal arts and hospitality studies. We have applied economics. Then we have computer sciences proper for those 3 kind of proper departments. So under the social sciences, they'll be talking about the liberal arts courses and economics and applied mathematics.
Ooh. Economics and applied mathematics.
Yes.
Interesting. Right. And then you have the financial economics, economic policy, and all of that.
Yes.
So let's talk about then who qualifies for these and what these courses portend for them.
Sure. That's what this one is MSc programs. And so the entry requirements, as my colleague has already said, good first degree in economics, and your maths background must be good, as you know. And so we'll be targeting those people like financial. We have energy economics, BSc in energy economics.
Energy economics.
And that will tell you the target group that we are targeting.
I like it.
Analysts, sector kind of reforms, economists, energy economics, utilities, and all those people. Then we also have financial economics. That's where the money is. Insurance companies, pensions, funds, and those people who are into government kind of bodies relating to financial. Then we also have economic policy. And of course, we'll be training professionals for social policy making. Then we're talking about international business consulting and all these kind of, these are the target, of course. And so these are the target group for those kind of economic kind of courses. Then as I said, we also have liberal art courses and the masters that we do development communication.
Right.
And that of public relations.
I like that. That's why I want to speak more to someone I see on a huge screen on my way to work every morning. Odelia Intiamo. You know, I've been seeing you since I was a child on TV, you know. Big woman. Also what I'm doing interviews. Right? So let's talk about your MSc programs in PR and development. What are the career opportunities it opens people to, and what are the eligibility criteria?
So I will still leave that for the doctor to speak about. We have a policy to really give a lot of visibility to our faculty, and therefore I pulled them here today to make them famous like myself.
Right. In terms of the public relations, as we know, of course, we are targeting the group of people who are into this kind of sector. We are talking about communication coordinators, public relation directors, and we are talking about event coordinators.
Okay.
communication managers and all this group of people under public relations. When we talk about that of development communication, we are talking about communicating development issues. And the approach, unlike the public relations that are normally from top down, the development communication is from bottom up.
Okay.
That kind of approach. And so that's why we target those people who work in the NGOs, development partners, and all those things.
International development partners.
Without leaving indigenous kind of communication to advance our development agenda.
I just want to add also that one of the distinguishing things about GIMPA's education, and of course, when it comes to development communication and SOTs in general, we make the students develop policy, strategy, practical things. So you go to school and then your thesis is not very connected to your next level. Now, we don't do that at GIMPA. Your thesis is really structured to meet where you want to go to. And therefore, everything is really set in practicality.
I like that. So now, I like one combination, the liberal arts and hospitality development. I've been to, spaces that those in charge in terms of tourism are foreigners, because they say, they are more trained, better trained, they deliver better. How does the liberal arts and hospitality department help deliver on Ghana's growing service, tourism, and creative sector?
Right. The sector is very now part of the service sector that is contributing immensely to the development of Ghana. And so we need to build capacity for those people who are in this sector, as you have rightly said. If we open this door for local people or Ghanaians to be trained, then they will also be tapping into the experience and the profession of these foreigners that you are talking about.
Right.
And so if you are talking about those people that we are targeting, those people who work in various kind of hospitality industries, hotels, event management, and all those kind of things. Why do we combine the two? Because now, even why not even ask, why is it also under computer science and all those? How can you be doing businesses now without serving on the digital kind of space? And so they need each other, and that technology is coming to perfect whatever that we are doing already.
Right.
So if we combine the two, that's the essence.
I like that.
Whatever that you are doing and you are doing well, you have to perfect it.
So for all your programs, business and social arts, how can people get to apply? Are there numbers to call? Is there a website we should visit? What do you want us to do?
Yes, Caleb, just before I go in there, I want to mention that one innovative way at GIMPA Business School in terms of delivery is having students work on real case studies. So actual case study, and not just in Ghana. So we have students through our partnership with other schools in Europe or in Canada, consulting for businesses in Ghana and also for businesses in Israel as well.
No, we want to come to GIMPA.
So to come to GIMPA.
We want to come to GIMPA.
Yes. So to come to GIMPA, just go to the website.
Okay.
It's www.gimpa.edu.gh admissions.
Okay.
And applications are online.
Super.
And they're closing August 17th.
Fantastic.
Please let me add this last bit.
Sure.
That at GIMPA, just in case you are currently working and you're looking for some short courses to also do, we have an entire department just for short courses.
Nice.
And it's called the GIMPA
Sandwich something.
It's called GTC.
Okay.
GTC and then GIMPA Consulting.
Okay.
And the entire plan is to be able to help workers who would want to develop quick skills and also take certification to the market. And so from 1 month courses up to 3 months, 6 months, you can actually also take a look at that.
Odelia Ntiamua, Director of Corporate Affairs. She was here with Kofi Asare, Coordinator, Development Communications and PR SOTs. And Israel Kpakpana. That's a Kpakpalama. It carries weight. Right. Maybe so. He's Business School Admissions Committee Chair, all from GIMPA Business School. Thank you so much for passing through. We wish you all the best. Happy Friday.
Thank you, Caleb.
Wonderful.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The sun
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva. Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
The region or the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
The right education will make sure you are ready when opportunity comes knocking. At Rosebank International University College, we don't just award degrees, we prepare you for globally competitive careers. From diplomas in culinary arts to doctorates in business administration, our programs are developed around a simple goal, equipping you with skills the global market demands. Our facilities are world-class, our faculty are experienced internationally, and our tuition is designed to support ambition. Your future starts here. Apply now at www.riuc.edu.gh or call 030-700-7800. You can also visit our modern campus at Opebia House Airport, Accra. Admissions are open. Rosebank International University College. Fast track your global career.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Dot my T's and cross, no, dot my I's and cross my T's. Jalabia something bastardized. Oh man. Rosebank International University says the right education will make sure you are ready when opportunity comes knocking. That's why we are prepared to position you and make you globally competitive. Rosebank International University College. Come to us. We offer programs in diplomas, from diplomas in culinary arts to doctorates in business administration. Our programs are developed to equip you with skills the global market demands. Our facilities are world-class, our faculty are experienced internationally, and our tuition is designed to support ambition. Your future starts here. riuc.edu.gh. Please apply now. 030-700-7800. Visit our modern campus at Opebia House Airport, Accra. Admissions are open. Rosebank International University College. Fast track your global career. So what next do we have for you? It's a full package. Ghana's breastfeeding support workplace campaign. Have you heard that? It's a very important campaign. Ghana's breastfeeding supportive workplace campaign. It's a confidence consulting initiative Ghana Gender Friendly Workplaces Program to mark International Breastfeeding Week, which is this week, August 1 to 7. So Nila Latte sits with the people who matter to have a conversation on Ghana's breastfeeding supportive workplace campaign. Get closer to your radio set, increase the volume so your employers can hear. And I'll send the link to them. Let's listen together. Enjoy.
Welcome to 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming your way with a very important conversation, and it's a campaign being spearheaded by our friends from Confidant. Confidant, by the way, is a global business advisory firm. But this time around, they are embarking on a campaign that seeks to make the workplace more supportive for the Ghanaian breastfeeding mother. What does the workplace look like for lactating mothers? What is the current state of affairs, and what really needs to change in the scheme of things? And this conversation is from the front lines of the 2026 International Breastfeeding Day, which is under the theme Breastfeeding for a Sustainable Start in Life, Strengthening That Works. And this campaign is being done in partnership with so many players in the space. And so joining me now in studio are two guests from Confidant. First is Naomi Bafo-Jewu. She is senior researcher at Confidant, and also Adajiwa Utu. She is advisor gender friendly workplaces initiatives also at Confidant. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
World Breastfeeding Week 2026. What are we talking about?
Good. So for 2026, we are being encouraged or challenged to strengthen what works. And for Confidant, that hits right at home, because Confidant has been working under the Ghana Gender Friendly Workplaces Initiative with support from UNFPA Ghana to make workplaces more responsive to the reproductive health realities of their staff, and also to prevent gender-based violence at the workplace. But we are here today because this week is International Breastfeeding Week, and breastfeeding is a critical reproductive health issue at the workplace.
I see. So is it a conversation that should matter to both employers and employees, or is it just a one-way street for the employer? Because you talk of, making breastfeeding support a workplace productivity issue.
So breastfeeding benefits everybody: the mother, the child, the employer, and the country as a whole. As of 3 months, when the mother returns to work, the baby at home has to continue being fed. We all acknowledge that the mother returning to work doesn't mean that the baby is off breast milk. The WHO recommends 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding and up to 2 years of complementary breastfeeding. But is this important? Yes, it's very important to the national level. There was a paper by an FHI program, Alive and Thrive, that says that Ghana, the cost of not breastfeeding can cost Ghana millions of cedis in 2022, right? Just because of the diseases that children can get not breastfeeding, right? So it saves the country money. But what does it do to the employer? For the employer, you need your staff to come back and be as productive as the staff can be. You want a staff who is present. You want a staff who is giving off her best. So if the support system is not around, the staff is not mentally present to give you the best productivity-wise. In 2022, right, the Ghana Statistical Service estimated in the third quarter that about 53% of Ghana's employed people, right, were women. And within the same quarter, they estimated that between 60,000 to 163,000 will be out of the employment system because of pregnancy or because of delivery. So you see the number. This is productivity for the country. This is income for the country. This is livelihoods. These represent household incomes. So when we talk about breastfeeding at the workplace, it moves beyond the woman, the nursing woman as an individual, but impacts the health of the child, which in the long run can impact how much the country will spend on treating diseases that could have been prevented if breastfeeding had been encouraged.
A very rich foundation you've laid over there. So you speak highly about some research and statistical sources and also figures, just to make the point that the 12 weeks of maternity leave may simply not be enough for the ordinary breastfeeding mother. And so employers should be looking out for how they can support such mothers at the workplace. Point well made. But where does Confident come in terms of this whole campaign that you're embarking on?
So in 2024, Confident started the Women Friendly Workplaces survey, where we talked to about over 2,000 women across the country on issues that affect them, reproductive health issues that affect them at work. And that brought to light a lot of challenges that women face at the workplace. With the support from UNFPA, as others mentioned, it helped us project the intervention ahead. So we moved from the women-friendly workplaces to a gender-friendly workplace, where we look at issues reproductive health issues that affect employers. So men and women, with emphasis on women. Yes. So in that program, we have done an institutional pilot where we helped or we assisted institutions to voluntarily come back to a table where they can assess their gender policies and how it affects their employees. So with that pilot, we collaborated with UNFPA and institutions like the Ghana Immigration Service, Stanchart, and the informal sector, Ghana Beauticians and Hairdressers Association, allow themselves to go through a process of assessment to check how their workplace is supportive of their staff. In this period that we are in, from 1st to 7th August, is the International Breastfeeding Week. And it is a good foundation for us to look at breastfeeding, because it is definitely an outcome of a reproductive health issue, pregnancy, breastfeeding. So Confidence is celebrating this year's International Breastfeeding Week by looking at how the workplace is supportive of breastfeeding. And from the initial survey we conducted in 2024, we realized that about 4% of the working women we spoke to worked in institutions that provide some kind of breastfeeding support. And some of those supports included on-site nursery, breastfeeding room, and so on. And so this year we have, as a start, conducted a desk study to look at some of the interventions that institutions are putting in place to make the workplace friendly for their women who just returned from maternity leave. Because we know after the 12 weeks maternity leave, women are supposed to come in, start work, and get things done.
So for add, we actually saw some institutions giving as much as 6 months. Right. So going beyond the labor law, the maternity provisions in the labor law, to give as much as 6 months. So there are interesting interventions being done by institutions. And as this year's observation theme is strengthen what works. So our objective today is to articulate what is working, even though it's quite like small number of organizations, but we think it's working. They have taken the initiative. These initiatives need to be celebrated to encourage more employers to start thinking. We want to create the awareness that something can be done. Some people have taken the initiative, and so others can start thinking about it to move forward. Yes.
Very interesting points being raised there by my guest. So from what I gather, you interviewed more than 2,000 working women, and you said that 4% of them admitted that their employers are doing something. And these things we talk about include lactation rooms, extended, leave periods, and also some flexible scheduling over there. But that looks like more of a formal setting. So what does the picture really look like when it comes to the informal women? Those are the marketplaces, those you find on the streets. Are they also benefiting from this? What strengthens, conversation we are having?
Yeah, so the informal setting paints a very different picture.
Tell me about that.
So the workers at the markets, women who are engaged in hairdressing, tailoring, those do not have very formal structures. And so interventions for them do not really follow the formal sector's intervention. But we do also acknowledge that some informal institutions, through their leaders, their organizations. So for instance, the institutional assessments we had with support from UNFPA, we realized that the Ghana Beauticians Association as a group, under them, there are some hairdressing shops or some hairdressers, CEOs, who are also providing extended maternity leave for their women or people under them. Yeah, so the informal sector has a different setting.
One thing that came out was that with the informal sector, they were very, it was based on the prerogative of the madam or the boss, right? And unlike the formal sector, where we have the labor law that has set some structures or some framework for a minimum framework standard for institutions to follow, the informal sector is not that organized. So one of the things we seek to do is to work with the informal groupings, as she's pointing out, to raise the awareness so that it doesn't become a personal prerogative. Like, it's not a discretion of the master apprentice whether it should be done, but then there is advocacy from the group associations to the master apprentice, the master craftsmen and women on why. Yes, to create awareness that this is a situation that has to be done. It shouldn't be at the discretion whether I want to do it or I don't want to do it.
So it appears some organizations are already doing all that you are talking about. But for organizations that do not even know where to begin from, is there a blueprint as to how they can start?
The first and foremost thing is that, one, I don't think an employer, you would want to see your returning mother expressing milk in the toilet. You don't take your lunch in the toilet.
Not at all.
Yes. So why would you want to express milk in the toilet? But it happens. You don't want to see your nursing mother, whom you cherish so much, you spend so much investing in that stuff, rushing to the car park to go and express milk in the car park, right? Or rushing home because she's heavy and she needs to express milk, or in pain and needs to express milk. So how can you support your nursing mother returning from maternity leave to give off her best at the workplace? First and foremost, is understanding the realities that nursing mothers experience at the workplace. So as an employer, you might want to understand, what is the situation now? For my nursing mothers who come, what is working for you at the workplace? What are some of the challenges you go through, right? For those in open offices, getting a place to express milk will be very difficult. For those who are lucky to have single offices, you can lock your door and express milk. But you want to think about the different categories of nursing mothers you want. So first is understanding the scope of the challenge, or facing the reality, understanding the scope of the reality of nursing mothers who return to work. Number two, there are different levels. So we're encouraging employers to start with what is workable for them. And Naomi mentioned basic and advanced. Basic, some of them is supervisors who are accommodative, or who acknowledge that nursing mothers need to take breaks to express milk. And so support their staff in that regard by giving them flexible time to have lunch and express milk at the same time, right? 2, by creating a private space. When we say lactation rooms, we are not talking about a big room. If you have an extra room in the office, fine. If you don't have an extra room, how can you create a private corner with a simple chair, a small table, and a Veronica bucket? If you are good enough to afford a small tabletop fridge where a nursing mother can keep milk, fine. If you can't afford that, the nursing mother can bring ice cubes, carry ice cube box and keep the milk, store the milk to take home. So that is one basic. Another basic is about considering flexi working if it's possible within your operational structures. If your work can permit flexi working, that is another step you can consider. Then finally, we have the more advanced institutions. Some go in for nurseries, which can be capital intensive.
Why should the employer, maybe you should talk to me about the benefits of it, and then also look at how this should be moved to the national level. And so if an employer is worried that all these proposals that you are giving out will be a cost burden on my organization, when I have to pay salaries, I have to pay for utilities, I have statutory payments to make, why should I also consider, making the workplace a supportive one for, any breastfeeding?
I think that is a very genuine.
Yeah.
In the survey we conducted 2 years ago with the working women, we realized that about 4 in 10 women decided to make a career impacting decision. So because of their reproductive health need, they wanted to either reduce their workload, quit their job, or go for a less demanding role. And let's note that these are women who were probably trained and the employer probably invested in them. And because of childbirth, are quitting their jobs, they are looking for a lesser role so that they can have time for their children. Once an employer supports them, these talents are retained. And the cost of training another person to fill in the role is saved. And I don't know how else something can be important to an employer than keeping a talented employee.
Talent
And
retention, you talk about, okay.
We've also mentioned that it's not, we are encouraging employers to do what they can,
okay.
Right? So we've gone through the basic. What will it cost you to create a space with a partition board, right? With a chair, a simple chair, even if it's a plastic chair, a short table, a Veronica bucket. I don't think that will break your account, right? And it's not for, and I think we have to be, we are not saying every organization. There are some organizations that you have 2 or 3 people, not every organization.
So the size of the organization should determine what you can do.
And
what
there are
you
some
should do.
organizations that you have maybe just 2 people within the reproductive ring. You have another organization where every 3 months somebody is returning from maternity leave, or at least within the year 2 people go on maternity leave. That's a lot. 2 people within the organization is significant, right? They should be able to return to an institution that supports them so that they can give of their best to the institution.
Let's get into your breastfeeding friendly workplace pledge. What does it entail? What is it like? If you can break that down
as we said,
for me.
We want to celebrate the institutions that have taken the initiative to go the extra mile to make their workplaces supportive to breastfeeding, right? And we want to use this platform of International Breastfeeding Week, which says strengthen what works, to encourage more institutions to join this, positive initiative by other organizations. So we want to encourage 20 institutions, 20 organizations, right, across the country. Just 20 organizations, to say that next year, by the time we are observing International Breastfeeding Week, my institution can be said to be breastfeeding supportive, right? When it's International Women's Day, we see all the institutions showcasing their beautiful female staff and telling us all that they are doing. We want you to go the next mile to showcase what you are doing to make your beautiful, hardworking female staff who return from maternity leave give off their best to you by being supportive of their breastfeeding journey. We want to support you in this process.
Okay, how do you support them? How do they also join?
If you are interested, we are willing to, together with UNFPA Ghana, we are willing to support you on this journey to make your institution breastfeeding supportive. And we want to encourage institutions which have at least 50 staff or more, institutions that have a lot of their staff within the reproductive age. And also we want to encourage institutions that are not just workplaces, but places of convening. Example, the hotels. You go to a hotel for a conference and you want to breastfeed your child. You have to go to the toilet or go and hide behind or go into the car park or go and hide somewhere. So we want to encourage hotels out there. Create a space so that your guests who come who are nursing mothers can breastfeed or can express. We want to encourage malls. We want to encourage churches and mosques. Make your place breastfeeding supportive. Women who visit your facilities should be able to find a place. Hospitals. It's not just patients, but the medical personnel who work there, those who are breastfeeding should find a place to be able to express or breastfeed. People come to visit patients or people are coming to receive care should be able to have hygienic, decent, small place to express milk or to breastfeed. So this is a campaign. We want to encourage 20 organizations. So we hope to see you coming on board.
We have been looking at making workplaces breastfeeding supportive institutions, and this is part of an initiative being handled by Confidant, the Gender-Friendly Workplaces Initiative, as part of the Ghana Breastfeeding Supportive Workplace campaign in commemoration of this year's International Breastfeeding Week. I am Nik Amarteifio, and this has been 97.3 Citi FM. Many thanks indeed for your company.
David Nik Amarteifio's conversation with friends from Confidence. On Ghana's Breastfeeding Supportive Workplace campaign. Thank you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kuda. Antina up on the airwaves will be taking over shortly to spread love and some wisdom for sure. Stay with us. This is your relevant radio always. My name is Caleb. Good to have a blessed Friday.
Citi 97.3. Accra.